Hello. Hello, and welcome to the Lion's Den. Welcome in. Let's see who's in the house. Let's take a look. Who is here? All right, let's say hello to some people. Let's start out by saying hello to some ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who's in the room. Okay. What do we got up in here? We got Melissa. Hello. Tiger's Eye. Hello. Hello, Diamond. Chalet? Is that how you say it? Chalet? Hello. Welcome in. Here we go. All right. Angela, hello. I hope everybody's having a Sunday if your time zone permits it to be Sunday. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Let's make that so I'm not too cut off. Let me scoot this down a little bit. Actually, I like it up high. I might be a little cut off on this one. I don't want my legs to be cramped. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing all that. That's a no to the no. All right, everybody. We're going to see whatever comes out Sunday. Whatever comes out. We'll see in a minute. While we wait for some people to find that that I'm actively live, my uncle stops by and he was like, "Oh, I didn't come by for Christmas, but I got you a Christmas gift." And I'm like, "Oh no." Those relatives that'll come by that live like hours away, states away, and then they show up and you're like, "Oh no, dun, 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 I didn't get them a gift." Well, luckily I had some gifts in my top drawer that I never passed out, some movies. So still wrapped in the cellophane. I'm like, I'll just give him the movies, and he was happy. I was like, I think he'll laugh at them. Let me show you what he gave me before we start the reading. He gave me, which I'm wearing right now, some Nautica Blue. Gave me some Nautica Blue. No, this is not sponsored by Nautica Blue or Nautica Ocean. Some Nautica Blue and Nautica Ocean. But the best gift, you've got really funny, awesome family when they go out of their way and they get you something like this. What in the hell is this? Oh my God. It's as wide as my shoulders. And I'm like, okay. It's made by Jockey. I don't even know who Jockey is. This would be a great community post, but I'm sure there'd be like a lot of bush hanging out and Frank and beans, to be honest. How about that though, huh? Anybody know somebody I could send this to, size large, 36, 38? My waist is big, but it ain't that big. All right. I mean, I could use it and I could probably get away with doing one of these things with it, like in between the legs. But that's about as far as that would go. I saw these things and I'm like, are you for real? Are you for real? They barely fit on the screen. All right. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to the tarot part of things. I'm going to shuffle for a second. Shuffle it up. All right. Good old Uncle Larry. Good old Uncle Larry. I could use those to wax a bus, wax my car. You guys need, your limo waxed, your bus, your airplane. Like, oh my God. All right. We're going to do whatever comes out for all signs. Use 2 different tarot decks tonight. Maybe a third. I haven't decided yet. Okay. Which sign should we start with, everybody? Which sign should we start with? What sign would you, ladies and gentlemen, like to start with? Oh, yeah. You see if anybody's responded. Okay. I did see Gemini first, but it was capitalized. So we'll start with air signs. Let's go with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What are the messages? Starting with Gemini. Let's start up with Gemini. Whatever comes out for Gemini. Just throw Gemini on the board real quick. Honestly, I was thinking air for some reason too, so I kind of like that I saw that. That one stuck out to me. I mean, it stuck out because it's not in parentheses, but it was put in capital letters. Here we go. What comes out for the zodiac sign of Gemini? Somebody could be upset about travel, heartbroken about a travel that didn't come through, or trying not to be. What else is here? Gemini, what do we got for you? Show me the message, whatever comes out. Gemini. 2 more shuffles. Don't look down, just let the shuffle do it. Okay, whatever. Here we go. We're gonna let them jump. Ooh, what do we got for Gemini? Show me something for the zodiac sign of Gemini. Oh, wow, that was fast. Somebody's upset about either communication or the lack of it, or the lack of moving towards somebody. Oh my God. Yeah. Somebody might have felt like they lost their patience with that person, or they feel that's how the person may feel. That could give somebody high anxiety, whether it's you, Gemini, or the other person. Bear that in mind. But that's all about somebody was hoping for changes, wanting to move towards you, or you were wanting to move towards somebody. And then the next card that came out was moving in. All right. So patience. Clarify why that's like that. Somebody could also feel like they're not getting the right judgment, or they're not getting enough communication, or enough being satisfied enough at this time. They could almost like the run of the mud type energy was what I see with Gemini. So it's either you or it's them. Some of you could feel like, I do feel like for Gemini, this could be you, where you feel like you've been being propelled or pulled into too many different directions. You kind of I feel like you feel offset, whatever that's about. Here we go. Balance just came out upright. Kind of feel like there's just too much stuff to juggle or too much going on. Lacking the excitement for yourself, or getting to where you want to see yourself. This does feel like it has to do in relations. Some of you could be, I don't have career here, but I get relationships or career. Wanting to see better for whatever. Let's keep going. Here we go. Jesus. So what is this? Some of you could feel like every time you try to focus on doing something or doing something new, I just get this weird, like wanting to do something new energy when it comes to love, that you've discovered that it starts out with a little bit of communication, but then it might drop off, or there's no time to invest in it. Something about a lack of time. You could also be very career focused at this time, Gemini. The 10 of Swords to the 2 of Pentacles to the Hierophant. Clarify some more for Gemini. Give me something else, whatever comes out. Show me those 4 right there. What's going on? Oh, you got a whole flippity floppity flu. Feeling like some of you feel like you need to make a decision. Also, some of you might want to make a decision on a vehicle, and if it's not on a vehicle, it's on making the right moves. Clarify the Chariot for Gemini. Moves towards what? Move towards what? It's a letting go reading, and it's a trusting that I've let go. So some of you, it's either like you're on the verge, or you've been on the verge of letting something go. Some of you are still committed. Some of you, the message is you got to commit harder to letting something go. The message here is the Chariot with the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. I don't care if you're a woman or a man. That probably makes sense to you, and it may make sense to you in two different areas, whatever that's about. The Page of Rods with the Five of Pentacles, almost like something's not picking up where you wanted it to go. Also, emotionally, could be focusing on. Some of you could be getting a lot more. I feel the need to see like emotionally productive or fit, or wanting to see better outcome with that. Something like that with the High Priestess and that card there. Some of you could also be happy, maybe pertaining around an emotional situation at home or with a kid. I feel like a child on that water card on the Nine of Cups. Hold on. Some of you might always have felt like in the last relationship or the relationship before the last one. I don't know why I have to say it like this, but this is what I'm feeling. Whether it's the last one, the one before it, or you put the one before it and then looked at the one after it, like it's always kind of in the way. It's always like a stubborn burden, or it's the playing field kind of sucks, to be honest with you. And I think you've looked at this quite over and over again. I feel like she's staring back at that. And what does it have to pertain to? The past, something you've already dealt with. And emotionally not wanting to be bothered by it or stuck on it. It could be a water sign or an air sign, by the way. Show me something else for Gemini. If I'm going to tell you, if you were another air sign, it could be a Libra. If it was a water sign, I'm going to put it out there like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Maybe I feel like Cancer's energy for some reason. Cancer and Pisces. But let's keep going. Here we go. You just have like I've had enough. Stubbornly knowing I've had enough when it comes to this love situation, or putting in the effort. Some of you, it's just a message that I don't want to deal with it. It's not ever going to change. If they don't, I feel like you felt restricted, or like there was a lack of appreciation, and now it's no secret that you're manifesting towards that. Maybe even closing the door. Others of you could be very productive with communication, but emotionally not wanting to deal with communication. So if you have to use your voice at work, or I would say for work or a hobby, it's almost like I feel like you make sure you're getting enough rest. Something with the Empress here. And don't get trapped in any thinking right now. Like I'm going to say for like the next honestly, the next 3 to 4 months, try not to let your thinking swell your mind or make you feel burdened up here. Try to keep your anxiety low, whatever that's about. Let's go to the other deck for Gemini. Some of you are going to really need to focus on that. Don't overthink for the next 2-3 months, especially because when you got the High Priestess and emotions, sometimes the worst thing we can do is think too much, because it'll block the emotions we can have to open up towards what we're going to learn. You start with the High Priestess on the bottom over here. Let's see what that's about. Let's see what you get. I'm going to shuffle that one and see if that comes up for you in the next one. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but it doesn't mean it will. Let's see what we get for Gemini. Whatever comes out, Gemini. Gemini. Here we go. Red Bull. Okay. More. Gemini. What's going on with the twin? Some of you guys are wanting to get up and move. So either some of you have been wanting to travel, could have travels ahead, or could be thinking about purchasing something. I feel like some of you it's travel, some of you it's a purchase. Could be a car. I'm going to tell you, it could be a car. I feel like you've been waiting to do so, or you should. Why does it? I get like nothing excites you though about it. They all hit the ground. I'm starting with those. This one is the only one it's showing me. We're going to start with this. Clarify the Ace of Wands upright. Clarify that for Gemini, whatever comes out. Show me what you're trying to tell me. What's going on with Gemini? Show me. Whatever comes out, Gemini. Came flying out. All right. So a lot of you are looking for forward movement, new excitement. Ace of Wands with communication or movement. So some of you are going to have to either travel towards new excitement, because I don't feel like you want to invest in things that made you feel like they weren't appreciative. Like, I feel like Geminis are really owning their own worth at this time. Something about things that made you feel like you were locked outside. Like, I just felt like it's almost like you had the keys to the door, but the door wouldn't open, or the key fit, but it was hard to get inside or stick around. It just didn't make you feel confident, comfortable in a situation. And I feel like you're moving towards great new passions. I do feel like I'm reading a lot of Geminis that know they need to release something that they stuck with, or you're the single Gemini. A lot of you're the single Gemini, and you're not wanting to deal with the hurt or upsets, the pitfalls of situations. You're just wanting to move on. I feel like you're wanting to move on. Go to the bottom. Because you might have seen that the celebration you entertained wasn't really, it was toxic as hell. And that's probably why it didn't build. Could have been a situation you entertained that was very toxic when it came to love. Give me some. I'm putting that down. Give me something else. Gemini, show me something. Whatever comes up for Gemini. What's here for Gemini? You just showed up. Some of you... Clarify that. Oh, it stood up. It stood up. Some of you, you're a woman. I do feel like this is you definitely could be the woman's read at this part. Not wanting to build with somebody who wouldn't emotionally put the value in, or I feel the necessity to say had secrets. I feel like I have to say, not only they could have been very compulsive or obsessive about how things get done. I just feel like an arrogance on the devil. The Lovers with the Page of Cups, I feel like you did try to put in your all until you realized it became more of a sex-based connection than anything. And I feel like a lot of you, I feel like you had to get strong and see things for what they are. It might have even felt like it was affecting your health, whether it was your mental health or your physical health, because you were carrying all the stability of a situation. What the Hierophant with the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like it was really hard for you to the devil's waving, kind of unattach yourself from something that just felt like it wouldn't blossom or grow. Hold on a second. Something else for Gemini. A lot of you might have been also very, you might be very career focused for the next several months. Some of you may also look for somewhere else to entertain in a career. You may be hearing from people of past careers, or looking for something in the future to entertain for a career for Gemini. Sure. Anything else for Gemini, whatever comes out. Oh, why is it upright? Clarify why it's upright. Show me what's going on with Gemini. I'm going to tell you, be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your communication. I feel the need to tell you to be patient with yourself. Be patient with your communication. Or don't let somebody else's communication come in and affect you in this type of way. I feel like I feel like this is going to be a hurdle you're used to that you may have to overcome one more time. So there could be energy around you where there may be something you're really good at speaking or communicating to somebody, but when they communicate to you, it's either a hassle or it just sucks. I hate to say it like that, but it sucks. 10 out 10, it sucks. It makes you feel kind of drained. Bottom of the deck. What else is here? Might throw you off balance. And I feel like the message here is you have to know when to cut situations out or not let them get to you. You're going to have to know when to cut situations out or not let them burden you. Emotionally, I feel like you know That's the best way to move forward, to step forward for the Gemini that's watching this reading. Anything else? Some of you have learned that it's behind you and that you want to play. Some of you may feel like somebody wants to come back in too. I have to say it. Some of you may feel like somebody wants to come back in or try to fix something with you as well. I feel like you've been too busy or emotionally not really focused on that as much as they have wanted to do it. Whether they've told you or not, show me something else, Gemini. Anything else? Whatever comes out. What do we got? It could be a Libra or an Aquarius. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Definitely. Maybe a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Maybe. But I feel like that's you wanting to entertain something else. The World card. I feel like that's you wanting to move on. Move on to what? New love and victories. I'm done. I feel like what you've dealt with is opening your heart, wanting to see new options because of the lack of committal energy with the Judgment in reverse. And I don't feel like you want to be emotionally bothered or have to deal with it. I think the time you got there it is. You got the Chariot. Again, I feel like you've learned if it's not going to work with me, I'm going to let it go. You know, like kind of not wanting to lose sight of focus. But emotionally, you may also be putting a lot of value into career-related endeavors, whether it's starting to spend your money, save your money, or needing to do one or the other, or produce more money. So some of you, it's going to be saving more is more valid for you. Others of you, it's going to be wanting to make a purchase. Some of you, it's more or less trying to get more comfortable with your career or where your career is, whatever that's about. But right here with the Page of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Victory card, I feel like this is what you're looking for, is new communication and victories, solid victories that lay ahead. That's what I'm seeing for Gemini. All right, here we go. Let's move on. We're going to do Libra in a second. Libra. Okay, Libra. Libra, where are you? There you are. All right, we're going to shuffle for Libra, and then we'll go. All right. Here we go. Libra. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer. Hold on, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. And go down a little bit. There we go. Here we go. What's the message? Whatever comes out for the zodiac sign of Libra. What's the message for Libra? Zodiac sign of Libra. Put it down too far. There we go. I can do that. I never make it so I can read the comments. I never make it large. It's always like this little box. Here we go. Libra. What comes out for the zodiac sign of Libra? Libra. Some of you, I just got moving in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse. You could feel like something was delayed, whether it was financially or a trip. And if it wasn't a trip, maybe a career came to a closure and you're looking to expand a career or head towards a new one. Okay, whatever. Here we go. Here we go. This is why it's whatever comes out. Here we go. Here we go. Libra. Show me what's going on with Libra. Show me the energy for Libra's zodiac sign of Libra. I feel like you're nesting towards career. I feel like those are the risks you're going to start taking or moving towards. Some of you guys could get a little connected in a career. I'm going to tell you, some of you guys have the opportunity to not only focus on like your nest egg or building a career, but could be some things going on at the career. Some of you, I'm going to say what I'm hearing. I'm psychic medium. I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling and hearing. Some of you already dealt with this, and somebody was fooling around with somebody at a career. Oh, Show me something. And the word I heard extensively was excuses. They were giving you excuses to where they were putting themselves or where they were investing. They were making you believe they were investing either in themselves, whether it was career related or something a hobby they like to do. But really they were investing in love with somebody that was probably they met through their career. What? I just take what may resonate. Don't force these readings. So there's a couple things here. A lot of you are going to start to respect yourself and build towards money and love at the same time. This is what Libra could be doing. Or there's a Libra woman that looks like a man that was building towards love while working on career or doing this at the career they had. I feel like somebody was hiding something. Somebody was hiding something from somebody. I get hiding energy. That's not good. Everything's reversed. So either this was done to you or clarify it. In my one more. Jump. I'm not pulling it. Jump. Oh, you got more than one. So either you felt like somebody wasn't speaking, communicating, or opening up, this is like you dealt with a relationship with mental confrontation that was non-existent. Something like that for Libra. Whoever you dealt with, I feel like when it came to emotions and like opening their mouth to speak, it just didn't show up. Somebody was waiting the arrival in the Queen of Cups energy to the Empress reverse to the Wheel of Fortune. It never showed up. This tells me somebody was waiting for it, but it never came through. Then I've got the Nine of Cups with Temperance. So it's more waiting energy. Somebody was definitely waiting for that answer or waiting for the communication that never showed up. Oh, damn. And I wasn't looking down that far. Could have been you. You could have felt that way. Somebody felt surrounded by lies or betrayal. And for some of you, you both felt this way towards each other. You both felt stuck in this direction. Strength. 5. Almost like I feel like both parties felt like the other party wasn't putting in enough effort. This feels like a back and forth game reading when it comes to the stability. Clarify the strength card. I'm going to say what I'm feeling. There could have been a man that there's a man that either had wandering eyes and it went beyond wandering eyes, or there's a man that when he looked at the woman in a situation wanted to build towards it. The Emperor facing the Four of Pentacles have power in front of the situation. I feel like power and control on a situation. They couldn't get excited or the judgment of it. I get the word harsh communication. Like there was either bitter communication, harsh communication, or it was very seldom. You were in a relationship where it was very seldom, whatever that's about. And I feel like the man might have said, you know what, I've had enough. Or somebody had already stepped out. I get this energy like somebody already stepped out. Hold on, show me something else. Whether it was you or you discovered that they did, somebody decided I got to let it go. Because I've got the 10 of, I've got this. There was an incompletion of manifesting or changes in a relationship. That was the issue here. Show me something else for Libra. What else is here? Somebody did say. This tells me somebody stepped out or was stubbornly was ready to, or wasn't sure if the other person offered a cup somewhere else. I have the two. Somebody was trying to figure out what the other person was doing too, whether it was the Libra, whether you were trying to do this, or they were trying to figure you out. It feels more or less like they were trying to figure you out. Also, it feels like They would kind of focus some in a different area. There was more people in the pool than just the two of you, kind of is what I'm feeling on the situation. Emotionally, I feel like that's kind of what put it to a closure or stopped the connection. Anything else, Libra? I'm giving them both. What is it? Somebody stopped working on it. Somebody wanted to fix it. So one person didn't want to work with this. The other person. So one person's all set with the burdens, and the other person, I feel like one person's all set, doesn't want to work with it, and the other person wants the celebration. This is very strange. Somehow, what I see here is so somebody wanted to say goodbye, put an ending on it, like a dead end, like the end of a street, dead end. You can't go down the road any further. And the other person was hoping for excitement or looking for excitement elsewhere. There's two different storylines here. Clarify the three and the king. What's going on? Just the way it came out. Somebody may have felt like that somebody wasn't willing to fight for their happiness or work towards it with the Knight of Rods reversed. That's why it came to a completion. This was very stressful, whether it was for the Libra or for the cross watcher. Whoever felt like they were being cut out, you could be a cross watcher woman. You might have felt like this was stressing you out, not getting the victory, not liking to be cut out, or wondering what the person's doing, and got to the point where you were like, no, what? I'm going to move on. Now, that could be you. That could be them. It does feel like at first to pick up on their energy, go to the bottom. Somebody also feels like they're going to end up having to move, or they had no choice but to move on to a new chapter, challenge in love, a new version of excitement. The Chariot with the 10 of Cups. Hold on. So somebody feels like emotionally they couldn't get to term, whether it was you or them. Somebody felt like they couldn't emotionally get to term with you, or you felt that way about them. I have one hit the ground. What's this? And I feel like somebody, whether it was you or them, you're stressed out about dealing with this. Almost like, you know what? I don't want to be stressed out about it. I emotionally want to cut away from it. Some of you feel like it was toxic. It was toxic, or every time you think about a situation, you don't. I'm going to tell you, it's a little different feeling on this Devil card versus the last one for Gemini. I feel like somebody feels the lack of trust with a connection they were in. This could be the Libra that's aware of that as well. Somebody could feel like so a Libra woman or man could feel like I just couldn't get through to the other party. It just wasn't happening. Something like that.
Ready to.
I
wasn't sure if the other.
Don't want to hear my voice. Shut up. My headphones died, so it started talking. And I knew it was gonna because they shut off a while ago. I'm surprised it didn't already. Here we go. Let's go on to the other deck for Libra. Libra. What do we got for Libra? Whatever comes out for Libra in a second. Here we go. Libra. Whatever comes out? What are the messages for Libra? Some Libras, I have to say, I feel like you're contemplating the victories in love, or if you're going to go after them, or if you'd accept them at this time. I saw it it's on the bottom over here. I'm going to tell you. I kept seeing it. I didn't grab it, but I kept seeing this in the reverse. I shuffled this one time, and it showed it to me in the reverse. Here we go. Some of you Libras, it's no second or third chances. Some of you have already dealt with that too. Okay, let's go. Show me why she's here. It's here. Whatever comes out for Libra. Some of you are very focused. Look at, there's the Hermit again in reverse. Some of you are very focused on forward progress right now. And a lot of you aren't going to be emotionally manipulated right now. I feel like you're like mentally or emotionally just manipulated in general. Give me something else for Libra. Show me something. You won't let it come in. I feel like you're too so there are Libras, whether you're a woman or a man, I feel like you're being too productive right now. Some of you, it's being productive on career. I'm going to say career investments or just happiness in general. So some of you could end up getting communication too. The thing I'm looking at, though, when I look at this reading for you, Libra, it really looks like the King of Cups and the Page of Cups reversed. Like you're emotionally receptive and happy. King of Cups is upright, but then the Page of Cups is reversed. But you're not really pursuing anything brand new right now. I feel like you want to work towards it or open your heart towards it. I don't feel like you think to stress about it, stress about the happiness, or you try very hard not to do so. As far as, I don't get a lot of worry on your energy when I'm reading you. You're not making me feel worried at all. Emotionally, I feel like some of you may have had a standoff in the last thing with emotions, or the communication completely fell off. And I feel like emotionally you're not going to be bothered by it. And you might have had to tell yourself, I don't want to be feeling down, or maybe even used. Some of you, I have to say, used for whatever reason. Give me something on the Knight of Cups. What is that all about for Libra? Whatever comes out. I'm not taking those, just the ones that fell out. Start from the bottom. So some of you guys released a situation that you seen wouldn't grow. That's what your reading tells me. The Knight of Cups to the discovery, to the judgment. Some of you are looking on to the. Some of you are ready to commit, while others of you are just kind of happy about seeing a situation for what it is with the judgment call. Not wanting to be stuck, or I don't get like you're worried about a love situation. If you're a Libra and you're worried about a lover, this isn't your reading. I'll be the first one to tell you it's not your reading. The Hangman to the Ace of Cups reversed, the Tower, and the Two of it's like, if there's been stuff that's happened that felt like it was out of balance or that threw you off, if there were things that threw you off, go to the other side, that you've had to look at or was past tense. If it made you feel anxiety, feel like you're cutting the ties from it with the Page of Wands. You're not putting your focus there at this time. Some of you had Libra. I feel like you're putting a lot of work into yourself right now, Libra. I feel like you're letting down the victories that may have been exposed or you felt needed to be exposed. And you're really putting in the work towards what's kind of valuing, what should I fight for? Might have felt like it wasn't showing up or fighting for me. Some of you didn't want to feel that way, so you started working on yourself. It was too heavy. It was a man. It was either a man or the fact that you had clarity that you needed to move on. And I feel like you trusted it. I feel like somebody had to trust. They had to cut a situation out. I'm done. Your reading's done. All right. So the world, I've got the World card with moving on. I've got balance with taking a risk because you weren't getting the proper balance in a situation, and you saying, you know what, I trust it. I trust owning or knowing what the past was doing. It was pissing me off or causing me anxiety. Look at this, stressing me out. And you said, I've had enough. I had enough. I had enough with that. Some of you are going through this energy right now, whoever that's for. Oh, what the hell? That's what I got for Libra. Okay. If you're feeling like that right now, just, work through it. Give yourself a little more time. How you feel now, you might not feel in 6 weeks, 6 months, a year, something like that. All right. Let's keep going. All right, let's go down to Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, what's the message for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? What do we have for them? What do we have for Aquarius? What do we have for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? Whatever comes out for them. A lot of you Aquarius could either end up traveling or just staying busy right now. I get like you're staying busy right now. What's the message for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? Let me see what you get. Clarify that card. Whatever you're focused on, a lot of Aquariuses are trying to stay on a clear path, not wanting to get pulled into the wrong circumstances right now. Hold on. Whatever it is, you're trying to. I feel the words to say forge ahead. I feel like you're really wanting to forge ahead. Some of you also could be traveling soon. Oh, look what fell off my hand. The last one, more travel energy. But hold on. Either somebody we could be coming to travel towards you, or you could be going to a travel. Put these over here. Keep reading what's going on. I got some weird storylines. So if somebody tried to travel towards you, you could tell them no. King of Swords reversed with Temperance. You may not have the patience or the time for the individual. Emotionally wanting to fight for balance. I feel restricted energy on the balance card and the Ace of Swords, knowing something isn't worth letting it come around. Kind of knowing something's not worth letting it coming around, wanting to move around it or not let it move in your direction. Yeah, I just feel like it's something to do with knowing it's either a lost cause or it's always tied up. It's always the same shamble. I have to say this. It's always the same shamble, and your energy is telling me no. It's like the Queen of Swords energy is like you're like off with the head. Like I don't want to deal with it. Some of you, it's because you've never really been able to trust this person, whoever that's for. You've never been able to trust the person or the situation. So I don't feel like you want it to move in towards you. You're not looking to commit to this situation or even speak about it. Some of you it has to do with family situations, family or it's a family or a close relationship, whether it's a close friend that's like a sister, brother, cousin, whatever. It does feel like it's that or a family. I'm going to say family on top of all. And the person may want to come in, but I feel like the person still clarify the King of Cups. What's going on with this person? So somebody may want to come in, but they feel like it might be like you won't give them the effort or that you'll think that they're coming in for the wrong reasons. So I feel like that's how they feel about you. Like they'll feel like their thoughts will be that you'll think that you're attracted or coming towards you for all the wrong reasons. And that's why you won't approach it or you won't deal with it, rush towards it, or let it come in. Hold on. You could just be too busy with production or I feel like you're too busy with business right now. Business. You might even be starting something new out in business pretty soon, trying something out, or you might have already done this. Hold on. There's the Knight of Pentacles, starting to work on something. What's going on here? Some of you, it could have been an air sign, fire sign that you had to cut out. Air sign, fire, water. Whoever it was, I don't feel like you are really wanting to address it, speak about it, open up emotionally towards it. I feel like you've closed the door on it or like rolled up the window. Maybe it's like, yo, if they try to inbox me, I'm not going to answer the phone call. If they try to send me a message, I'm going to leave it unread. Here we go. I think it's because you've learned. Person could cause you a lot of stress or has in the past too. Something tells me in the past you've wanted to fix or mend this, but then you realize it's too stressful to go towards it. So maybe that's why it's like, nope, leave it behind me. And focus on what I can change. Because I got the star card. You showed up before the stability card. Clarify it. So some of you had to kind of look in the mirror. I had to reflect in the mirror of what was done in the past and if it's going to emotionally excite me or I should withdraw. And the answer is drop the communication. Maybe focus on career or health decisions. Some of you could be ignoring them, working out, doing something more healthy or productive throughout the day and not paying attention to that person. They could also be blocked, whoever that's for. That's what I see for Aquarius so far. Let's keep going. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go to the next cards for Aquarius. I'll put that up here. Whatever comes out, zodiac sign of Aquarius. Whatever you're trying to work on right now, focus on it. Aquarius, whatever you're trying to work on, don't lose focus. Some of you know that there were distractions or deterrents around you that you couldn't focus on, whatever. And I feel like you knew the right answer was to trust yourself. I feel like you were aware of this. Here we go. Thank you for the super chat, Alban. What's here for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? Whatever comes out. Whatever comes out. Show me for Aquarius. What's going on? Whatever comes out. What's going on? Ooh. Huh. Show me what's going on. What is it? Why is that here? Aquarius, whatever comes up. Why? Show me. So we're going to stop there for a second and see what comes out. I'm glad. I'm so happy. I feel the need to tell an Aquarius, whether you're a woman or a man, the moon card with the 9 of Pentacles, I feel like a lot of you, the secret is you're knowing your value and you're focusing on your value right now. Some of you could be either trying to create your value, the balance of it. Some of you have already respectively done this, whatever that's about, and that's good. That's healthy. And you're not getting stuck in things that are going to kind of emotionally be a hindrance, whether you kept it in or whatever you did with it. I'm not even going to get into that. Whatever you did with it, I feel like what you're doing is you're building towards the things that make you feel satisfied or that feel like the healthy choices right now. Very healthy choices. Some of you, it's towards career and not worrying about being emotionally drained or maybe, not my circus, not my monkeys kind of energy for you and kind of trusting the energy on that. Give me something else for Aquarius. I'm just going to shuffle my hands. Let's see what we get. Show me something else for the zodiac sign of Aquarius. What's the message here? What is it? What is it? I got to see what this is. This too. So some of you are getting grounded. Some of you guys are getting grounded and not getting stuck on past situations right now. You're very either driven. You're very high. I feel like you've got a lot of drive right now for the sign of Aquarius, especially via career. Whether it's some of you could be working a lot. I'm going to tell you, you could be working a lot or into the later hours of the day for some of you Aquariuses. More hours than what you typically would work. Let's keep going. Look at this. There you are. I feel like what you've done is you started to put a lot of effort and time into yourself, and you're not going to be emotionally played down or restricted at all right now. And I feel like you're well aware of this zodiac sign of Aquarius. I feel like some of you had to keep this to yourself for quite some time, or let other people catch on when they're gonna catch on, kind of energy, and not really let it throw you off balance. If it came towards you, I'm gonna tell you, I feel like you told them no. I feel like there's something that might have tried to rush in, and you might have had to say no. I feel like Aquarius had to make a decision and stood up for themselves and wasn't going to lie or fight about a situation because you had the truth and clarity. And a lot of the truth and clarity was focusing on what you want or the better things for or what's around you. Might not have been the easiest decision for whatever Aquarius this is for. But I feel like if you had anxiety or stresses over it, you got over that. I feel like you got over that and you accepted that it was the direction to head in. Whether it was a love investment you were attached to and you've seen that it wasn't the healthiest outcome, I feel like a lot of Aquarius, I'm going to say some of you could have been a man or a woman. I feel like it's like a flip of a coin on this one where you had to really look at things and analyze them. Analyze them. Show me something else for Aquarius. More analyzing energy. Page of Swords, King of Swords. Kind of playing with the notion of what to do or how to go forward or how to communicate something. Some of you might have either had to tell somebody something or just accept something for what it was. So some of you might have had the chance to speak up to the person, or some of you didn't speak up to the other person and you stayed steadfast at work and career. I'm going to do it. Clarify what this is all about. Why is that here? While you're staying productive, some of you could have work, be focusing on work or career, and you could start moving towards a new relationship. As long as you don't find yourself Five of Wands, feeling like there's too many things stressing you out with the Wheel of Fortune and the Victory in reverse, Page of Cups reversed. So, this is going to be something I need to say. Some of you may have the option for somebody to come towards you, but I feel like it's not they're not your type or you're not into it. I feel like you don't really stress on it, deal with it. I feel like you're like 10-10. You're like, no, Chariot reverse. You're like, I don't really want to celebrate with that person. I don't find myself being happy there, or maybe getting the balance I want there. Might stay to yourself for a little while until you find the right one, kind of reading for you. I don't find somebody may come in towards you or show that they're attracted to you or that they like you, and you just they may not be the person of interest to you, whatever that's about. All right. Let's keep going. Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself and that's already happened. I don't know. Whatever, if that could show up or it could have just happened for somebody out there, let's keep rolling. All right, what sign we're going to do next, guys? What sign we're going to do next? Hey. Welcome in. Remember to hit that like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Who's next? What sign is next, guys? Let's go with Pisces. Pisces is next. I asked you guys, but my phone's like slower than slow. It's probably behind. We're gonna do Pisces because I made them last by mistake last time. Oh, look at that. There's the moon card too over here. That's your card. We're gonna do Pisces. Because I was like, let's not make Pisces last. And then they became last because I totally skipped them last time until the end. So now we're going to do Pisces. All right? Okay. Okay, I'm going to give this because this feels accurate. I feel like this feels accurate. I'm going to give you these. I'm going to continue to shuffle right after. I'm going to start. How many feel accurate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 9 is all about having very independent energy. Like the 9 of coins is very independent, very focused, very down to earth. Hold on, let's shuffle and see what we get. I'll read that to you in a minute, Pisces. Whatever comes out, Pisces. Even though I like how that shuffled. One more shuffle. One more for Pisces. That one wasn't too bad. Here we go. Let me show you what I got so far. Whether it was a fire sign, water sign, earth sign. That's what I have so far. Fire, water, earth at the top. There's a situation you may have dealt with, Pisces, where it needed inevitable change and you were aware of it. I feel like you were aware there was a situation that needed to change. There was either a situation you had to zap yourself to tell yourself to let it go or just accept that it's not worth it. And I feel like secretly, I feel like you didn't want this to trigger you mentally and emotionally. I feel like it got to you emotionally more than mentally as well. I'm going to tell you, I feel like it got to you a little more emotionally than over the mental aspects because I got no mental energy here. I feel like on that moon reverse, like you were sad about it not coming to fruition or happening. But then I have stability, and I feel like what it was doing was it was showing you it wasn't worth the stability, and that's what you need to focus on. Just because some things need to change, whether you have to commit to leaving or they left you and it came to a dead ass hole with the Chariot in reverse, that's not what's important. What's important is seeing the stability or that you can get balance with stability. And it does feel like this was somebody you had, whether you were married or wanted to take vows or thought you were going to get married or had a lot of passion for a situation. I feel like the secret here is you were supposed to move on and that was going to create balance. Keep going. Keep going. Continue for Pisces. Anything you can tell me. What's the message for Pisces? Keep going, because just because the scales didn't balance out with love, some of you are getting over that situation or accepting it. What's been done already, accepting it. Some of you, okay, so some of you do accept it. But I think you had no choice. I think you had no choice but to accept it. Because with this 3 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, I feel like something wasn't showing contentment or showing. It feels like the person was like, I feel ghost energy on that. Like they were not around all that much. We'll keep going. I'll give you more in a second. I'm going to pull more and see what I get. But I've got the 10 of Swords and the Devil with the 4 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Could have been a fire sign. 10 of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo energy. I feel like you were stressing over the communication, the lack of it. Could have been a Capricorn as well. You have a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Jesus. And I feel like you're going to get a really true reading. I feel like you're going to get like a really true reading. There was somebody that wasn't giving you balance, making you feel left out in the cold. And I think emotionally, I feel like you dealt with somebody that likes to play games. I feel like you kind of might have dealt with somebody that treats people like a basket case because they are one when it comes to emotional acceptance. If they weren't a basket case emotionally, they were emotionally, I'm going to tell you, they were emotionally controlling and mentally unavailable, or they made you feel like you didn't matter. I hate that. I hate that, but this feels like a really honest reading. Um, the ten of wands with temperance, the sun with the knight of rods. Somebody was being stubborn with a situation, whether it was you doing this or them doing this. At first, for the first several months after, it might have been good for the first like 3 to 5 months, maybe even going into the sixth. Then it dropped off, is what I'm feeling. Then it might have dropped off for some of you. King of Swords, the communication, it just died. Death card, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Swords. Somebody wasn't getting clarity, or somebody wasn't speaking up, and I feel like it caused anxiety for somebody when it came to moving towards them or going towards a celebration. Seven of Wands reversed with the Queen of Cups. Okay. To getting balanced, to leaving it behind you, to emotionally clarify that. Clarify those two. Show me what that's all about for Pisces. Show me the message. What do you want me to say on the 9? Fell out. Some of you had to recognize that it was meant to be something to face, kick off the wheel, so you could entertain a new love that's going to represent you correctly. That's really going to appreciate you for who you are. You might have dealt with somebody who gambled with with somebody that likes to gamble with another's feelings more than really come towards them correctly. I just feel like they wouldn't do that. Jump. So either they would, I'm going to tell you something. I'm done. Bottom of the deck. I'm done. This is so, like, I was about to say that, didn't know that was there because I'm looking at all the things that just dropped. When you try to move towards somebody, you had to discover. Queen of Wands energy could have been whatever sign you dealt with. Leo, any sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's so many cards. There's so many Aries. There's too much here. Sagittarius. Everything's on the board pretty much. Aquarius. Whatever sign you dealt with. I'm just going to give you the message on this one. I feel like you had to recognize the Six of Swords, that something you wanted to move towards, that you were passionate about, in the judgment, it wasn't worth the fruits of the labor, and emotionally it wasn't healthy. I feel like you emotionally started to manifest knowing that the world with a Page of Pentacles, recognizing this is a waste of my time. I feel like somebody out there was like, this is a waste of my time, and if I move towards it, I'm only lying to myself, or this person's been lying to me the whole time about the past. And I don't feel like you were supposed to be restricted to a foundation like that. If it's not fighting for you, the best thing sometimes is to move on or build great new communication with somebody else. And I feel like that's something a Pisces has went through. Don't let anybody hurt you in love. Your message is simple. Don't let anybody hurt you in love or string you along. You have the don't let anybody string you along, because you can always manifest or start building to true love. And guess what? I believe you know that. So what? If it was a dud, it was a dud. Make the decision. Cut the person out. Don't get hung up on anything or dwell on anything. Some of you have already recognized that was the best interest for you. This is telling me the reading I just gave you, a lot of you already dealt with that. The end of it was just telling me a lot of you already dealt with it. Okay. Pisces. comes up for the zodiac sign of Pisces. Whatever comes up for the zodiac sign of Pisces. Here we go. Pisces. What do we got for them? Last one, Pisces. Can I tell you, if you're a Pisces and you're single or you're thinking about giving it another shot with an individual, if you're thinking about giving it another shot with an individual, just be careful. Just be careful. Emotionally, I feel like you're trying not to go towards a person. And I think you're not supposed to. But if I go off the bottom, you may feel like, but I want to. It isn't the right judgment. I'm telling you, it isn't the right judgment. I feel like you're supposed to be the Page of Pentacles and move on. I'm going to tell you, move on. There may be something of the past that ain't worth investing in. There's something about the past. I feel like if you need to balance towards yourself right now, go towards balance. Is going to balance. Go towards something that's going to show you true appreciation, true respect, bottom of the deck, truth and clarity. Honor you the way you would honor them. Here we go. Show me something else for Pisces. Make you happy. Make you very happy. I feel like it's time. It's time. Don't negotiate in your mind about something that you've already seen your way through. So if somebody tries to come back in, tell them no. If you can't stop yourself from wanting to attach yourself to them, tell yourself no, is the message. Let's see what this is all about. Sometimes the easiest thing we can do in love situations is learn the hard parts of them and remind ourselves that it's better to what? Look at this. Move on. I'm so over this. Move on, and that you have the power to manifest it. You have the power to manifest it. Why is that here? Somebody knows that that's the smarter outcome, is to be strong and not play with a past equation in love. This is a lover. You were burned by somebody, or somebody if you weren't, when I say, I just feel like there's something here, I feel like that it isn't going to bring in balance. I'm going to tell you that it won't bring in balance, and emotionally it may just stress you out, especially when it doesn't build. And it's just going to put you in that energy. I got to move on. And now I got to start over. Got to play with something brand new. And that's all it's going to do. You know? The communication won't be good. Not at all. Okay. Let's just say this. I'm going to be so honest. If there's something you moved to in the past, they may want to get one thing out of you, sex. And then what happens? All of a sudden, you made that decision to move on. But if you decide to open up and talk to them, now they don't want to talk to you or emotionally be attached to you. That's why I feel like the message here is you're supposed to go after changes, not let somebody come in just for the fun of it. Because I do feel like if you do, it gets cut out again. It's almost like you'll revisit something you already were aware of that you shouldn't have worked with. That's what I got for Pisces. Okay. Whew. Like that Disney song, Frozen, let it go, let it go. Like, don't let it come back in. Don't let it be problematic. Whether you're allowing yourself to feel like you need to step up and contact them, or they come back towards you. Don't do that. I feel the need to tell you, manifest towards new beginnings. I feel like that is priority for you right now. and accepting endings. Working on yourself and putting more work towards yourself, building towards recognizing what fell apart or what you were not meant to build towards or communicate with anymore. It does feel, I feel like I'm getting a love situation that, look at this, is supposed to be cut out and you're supposed to move on so you can be receptive to brand new love. Don't cling to the past, whether you're doing it or they come in. Just be like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell them no. That's what I keep seeing for you. And somebody could try to come back with communication. Whether you went towards them or they come back towards you, sometimes it's better not to deal with it. It may show up. This may show up. You're going to have to make a decision. Are you going to entertain it? Is it worth building towards? I feel like if you do, it's sex. It's sex in and out, and then you end up at a distance again. That's what I got. All right. Let's keep going. Okay. All right. Thank you all for being here. Here we go. All right, who are we doing next? What sign we're going to do next? What sign are we going to do next? Well, we should go in order. I just started with Pisces, so let's go in order but in reverse. Scorpio. Scorpio on the board. Let's go with Scorpio. Scorpio, then we'll do Cancer. What's the messages for the zodiac sign of Scorpio? Whatever comes out for Scorpio. Whatever comes out. Scorpio. What do you got for the zodiac sign of Scorpio? Go for it. Whatever comes out for them. She wanted to come out. Scorpios are going to become very productive. Some of you Scorpios are going to either become very productive or you have been for months. I also feel like you've tried to let go of things that bothered you in the past. I'm going to say, it could be 1 to 4 years. On and off. I feel like very on and off. And at night, you could be working on something. You guys have an acceptance message. Accepting things that didn't work out. Accepting them for what they are, Scorpio. Hold on. I feel like you're staying very productive right now. Kind of to yourself with where you want to go with production. And look who's here. You are here. I feel like your eyes on the prize is what your reading is. And some of you are in waiting mode for a relationship to take off. Some of you, it tells me you're in a waiting mode for a relationship to happen. Others of you aren't waiting to hear from somebody, whatever that's about. All right, but I start with the Queen of Rods to the past, the Six of, let me show you. I'll put them up for you. We start like this. And then I feel like you go into a lot of deep thought, maybe even meditation. I feel like you do this during that part of the day where you have that time for yourself, whether it's 5 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour and a half before sleep, something like that. Could be before, at night before bed. Um, some of you are some of you have had a long road of fighting for the things you want to see show up or that you're passionate about, and you're not trying to lose insight of it or give up hope, whatever that's about for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. I might have said Pisces, but that's just the moon card here. Some Scorpio, I feel like it's a man I'm reading. I feel like I'm reading a man where there's a man that's trying not to lose hope and trying to get over past situations. There's a man that had trauma in his life. I'm definitely getting a man's reading. Holy shit. That knows they need to take action and responsibility. Why do I feel like if you were a man and with another man, or you do that, like it's a Scorpio and an Aquarius, or they have those placements, or you do something like that around your sun sign. Anyways, the ace, I feel like somebody's trying to figure a situation out. I definitely feel like there's more man cards out here than women. Clarify that one. I need to see what's going on. And I might jump into the other deck. Okay. I feel like there's a man trying to move towards calmer waters, towards excitement and happiness. Could be a man that feels like they've been stuck. I don't feel like this person talks about it. Like, I do have 90 something percent women, but this is definitely, I'm getting them a male's energy here. More than a female's. Almost, I feel a male Scorpio that feels stuck. Definitely feels stuck. Kind of unsure of which way to go. Knows they want the change to come in. I don't feel like they're emotionally feeling it though. I feel like they're very back and forth with their emotions. One minute it feels like it's up and running. The next minute they feel like they're falling off the horse. Trauma bond. This is a trauma bond reading. There's a man that is afraid either to take risks or trust. Discover. What is this person afraid of? Let's read the male. Love. Afraid of love, building towards it, rushing towards it, trying to learn. But there's a man that's so afraid to value love. Could be because of trauma since childhood. Things that happened. I don't know. Were they touched? Were they this? Were they that? Maybe. Were they not showing the correct emotions? Everybody goes through different stuff. Whatever it was, it's making it hard for this person to get out of feeling like they're going to get balance in a situation. I'm done. Get balance in a situation. And it feels like a man. And they hide, they stress about it. They try to hide this. They want to manifest their way out of it, but they can't. As of now, they can't. They stress over it too. How to break the situation. A lot of very unsure of energy of what to do or what's going to make them happy emotionally or how to build towards it. They feel like this, stuck and bounded when it comes to like being happy, and it feels like it is in love, like it just doesn't build or the communication is not existent. It just doesn't. I'm done. Page of Rods is communication with the Knight of Rods. Like they don't take action towards making it happen, or it just doesn't happen. This could be a Scorpio man that likes another man. Could be a fire sign, earth sign, air sign, but they're either afraid to build or they're stuck in this stressed out situation. Whoever this is for, the person has high anxiety. I can feel their anxiety as I'm reading this when it comes to love situations or moving on to things. Sometimes the best answers are be patient, take a risk, and I feel like the person's not doing it. Emotionally afraid to. Somebody's afraid to move towards celebrations, and it does feel like whether it's a man towards a woman, it could have been a man towards a woman, but it feels like same sex. Whether it's a woman and a woman, a man and a man, just showed more man cards. Could be in your masculine energy, be a feminine, be a woman that likes a woman. Whatever the deal is. Somebody's got to move out of this so they can create balance, because right now, emotionally, with their stability and their happiness, it's not helping a situation at all, is what the cards tell me. The last three cards, when it comes to the emotional stability, they feel this is somebody feeling trapped and trying to close the door on a situation. Let's see what we get with the next cards. That was completely different. I don't usually draw energy like that, but that's what I was getting. Here we go. Scorpio, whatever comes out. Scorpio, whatever comes out. Somebody needs to make the decision to move on. Don't procrastinate, especially if it's something that emotionally is upsetting you or that you feel attached to. Show me something. A lot of you Scorpios, whether you're a man or woman, it feels more of the ladies. I'm going to be real. Felt more of the ladies with what I just saw with the tarot. You're very focused on career. Career is like maybe starting to try to figure out, how can I get enough sleep? How can I do my daily tasks and work around the clock? Whatever that's about. Here we go. Scorpio. Others of you could feel like there's communication you've dealt with where somebody just didn't listen to you. Either you feel like somebody didn't listen to you or somebody doesn't pay attention. They could view you that way too, because whatever comes out. So I've got the Eight of Wands reversed with the Page of Cups to the Hangman reversed to being emotionally attached to a situation. Whether you're a woman or a man, there's a situation around you could have been emotionally attached to that wasn't really showing you enough passion or work and effort towards it. And I feel like you got sick of feeling that way. I feel like it made you sick of feeling upset about it. I feel like you got tired of feeling like that. Queen of Swords. I feel like some of you might have recognized, something, I had to move away. Some of you had to move away from the situation, maybe just not entertain a situation. Ace of Swords to the Sun, feeling like that was the best emotional outcome for yourself. Whatever, give me something else. Scorpio, whatever comes up. Some of you, it's about the past or the things that didn't emotionally excite you in the past. But this just tells me that the Nine of Cups to the Moon reversed, that you can't tell me you don't know what I'm talking about. That you know about it. It might have been affecting your stability or made you feel like it was not helping you. Somebody might have felt like you weren't getting any help emotionally. You had to do everything on your own. Might have got emotionally sick of it and just trying to create balance. And you also may be trying to come up with new ideas. What else is here for Scorpio? You came flying out. You're very, you have a very independent nature right now that I feel like you're working towards to create change. Something about working towards it or not wanting to be stressed out about it, but maybe putting in a lot of, I feel investing in something, staying productive. I got like a lot of productive energy on you and you making that decision. That's what I'm seeing. Give me something else for Scorpio. He's all wanted to come out. I'm going to give him to you from the bottom like I always do. I feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like you're, for the next probably several months, you're going to put a lot of work and effort towards something, maybe a dream come true or something that you're very excited about or that you want to see bring in more fulfillment. either some of you may feel like the communication's falling off if you're in a relationship, Scorpio, or that you just like, I'm gonna tell you, you might feel like you don't have time to work on that. You may be more incentively advising yourself, like, let me focus on the things that I can build towards. I also feel like a lot of you aren't going to want to deal with love as much as balancing out investments, money. Clarify the 9. 9 of Swords. What's going on? So if there are things that make you feel anything like this going forward, I feel like you say goodbye to it with the Devil. I feel like you will not let it be a ball and chain. You won't carry it anymore. 10 of, even if it wants, I feel like something wants to tag along and you'll stop fighting for it or stressing over or even wanting to revisit it with the 9 of Wands energy. Because I think you're learning that just because you were patient with a situation, it doesn't matter you were patient with a person or a situation. Sometimes the key is you can only be patient with a situation for so long until it feels like it needs to drop off or it's heating you from the victories that you're chasing after, the desires you want. I don't feel like you're moving towards, I don't feel like somebody tried to move off on you. This isn't a reading where I feel like somebody tried to switch it up on you or put you second and jump in another relationship. It's nothing like that. It feels like if you were in a relationship, somebody's having a hard time keeping up. If you were single and you're not in a relationship, somebody's really needing to, put the work in and make the decision for themselves. That's what I'm seeing. Somebody needs to put the work in and make the decisions for themselves. They're healthy decisions. A Scorpio could be trying to figure out how to do that right now. Make the correct judgments, not wanting to feel like they can't do that. It does feel like it has to do with love or moving on from past things of love that might have hurt them or made them feel like they can't move towards it. Whoever this is for, they've waited for or they've wanted this. And they just don't put enough effort towards, I feel like, I'm going to say it, the past. I feel like somebody doesn't move away from the past. I'm done. They don't move out of it. They want to. They look at this and they want to. Give me something else. One last part for Scorpio. Anything else? I'm leaving all those right there. These wanted to fall out. So somebody's knowing they need to move on, and that's going to create the better of balance. Sometimes if you look at the past too much, you forget on where you could be. The Moon with emotions. The past can stop you from seeing your happiness or the outcome that you truly want or that desires you and you desire. Sometimes the best foot forward you can take is your own. Fight for balance. Play with it. So if you're worried about your career and love, sometimes it's better to look at the homework that you haven't done. That's what I got for Scorpio. All right. Here we go. Oh my God. Here we go. Next signs in a minute. I'm going to drink some coffee. All right. Cancer. We haven't done Cancer, I don't think, right? I think I got to do Cancer. Cancer. What do we got for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Whatever wants to come out. I just feel like I'm going to drop yours like fast. That's what I'm supposed to do. Why? I don't know. I just feel like that needs to happen for Cancer signs. I don't know if I usually do that for you. I think I've done that a lot for Libra, Sagittarius in the past, maybe Capricorn. I feel the need to just shuffle a couple times, like 3 or 4, and just let them come off. Let's see what it shows. I'll let a couple jump, and then I'll start pulling them. I feel the need to do that for you. I can't pull them. I'm not going to start like that. Okay. 2 jumped out quickly. Why is that here? Why is that here? This one first. We'll give you a little bit more before I pull anything. Here we go. All right. Cancer. What's here for Cancer? Clarify the top row for the zodiac sign of Cancer. You're moving away from anything that's emotionally burdening you. And you know you can't focus on it right now. You know that it has to, I feel like there's a silence. There's a silence, and you have to focus on your internal revenue or your career, structuring life. You've given something a lot of thought that's bothered you as well. There's an ending here that you've had to be really strong about. You do care about this. You care about this a lot. I feel like it's a missing energy. Not only do I feel like it's a missing energy, I feel like the communication is not there. It's just not showing up. It's not what? It's not building. Something that you might have invested in the past with. It's not showing up. Everything tells me it doesn't show up for you. And you may be very goal oriented right now, emotionally trying to stay that way and not focus on the things that aren't balancing out right now. A lot of it may have to do with somebody coming to see you, whether they need to apologize. You feel you need to apologize. I feel an apology. Somebody's either waiting for an apology or just to talk to somebody. Oh, that's what I'm feeling on this energy. Somebody doesn't like this energy, whether it's you or them. I feel like you don't like it, or you felt like, I can't say framed, but we're ripped off. I feel like you were ripped off in communications. Maybe reconciliations with this person, or getting the chance to do that. Every time I try to see what's going on, it tells me it hasn't happened. Somebody feels cut out, or like somebody could feel drained emotionally over the situation. I'm just going to say emotionally drained over the situation because it wasn't showing up or building. It's very heart taxing. I feel like this is you. I feel like you've dealt with this for probably, you see the 3 lines on that staff? I feel like for quite some years. A lot of you may go to your imagination to try to either remove the feelings of it, or go to your imagination not to feel the past burden of it, and or the wanting to know the outcome and not wanting to be stuck on it or stressed out about it at the end of the day. Does feel like that was for a lady. Anything else? It's saying what I already said. So there was a reconciliation energy that either you wanted to have happen, or see the stability of a situation. I feel like you're just sitting back waiting for it to become what it's supposed to be. Here we go. I feel like you've discovered that it was weighing too much on you. It was feeling like it was just might have caused a lot of stress, or made it really hard for you to sleep at night. That wanting the communication to build, you might have got tired of waiting to see it, like basically like a volcano erupt, show up for what it is. I feel like you got tired of waiting. I feel like you got tired of waiting, and you try to emotionally not get distracted with the celebration that may not have been showing up because you had no choice but to make that decision. You do care about it, but you're also trying to stay very productive and not focus about what had happened or what is going on. And somebody's trying to trust their intuition, or open up to the outcome. Will this ever change? There's a Cancer sign, or there's a cross watcher. Somebody wants to know if this will ever change. That's what they're really showing me. Let's go to the next cards. And I feel like they keep trying to figure it out or tap into it with their intuition. Here we go. Cancer, what we got for you? Whatever comes out, Cancer signs. This is the last one for you. Yeah, 3 for some reason. Cancer. whatever comes out. Zodiac sign of Cancer. Yeah, do it. Whatever the storyline is, because what I'm seeing here is there's something that you had to kind of accept. This is like you had to accept a love situation. This feels like there's something that you either were a privy. If this was a love relationship, you were privy that it wasn't going to work out. It's either this wasn't going to work out. It doesn't feel more. I don't feel attached to a love situation as much as a situation that just wouldn't come through. When I say wouldn't come through, I've got the Ten of Wands with balance and the judgment or the forward movement or the communication. It just hasn't shown up. There's a situation here where something wouldn't show up the way you wanted to see it show up, and emotionally, it made you feel like I got to fight for my emotions, but I can't close my emotions to it because I care about it. This is like I really care about a situation. I'm really passionate about a situation, but I got to also take care of myself and keep my emotions, at like regard my keep myself, at bay with a situation that might be out of my control. This is something that you've been holding on to. This is like I've been holding on to this for a long time, and it's not been coming towards me. It's not secretive that you don't know that. Magician, you're aware of that because the magician's upright, and you want it to show up. You want it to come towards you, rush towards you, or you want to rush towards it. Go to the bottom. So somebody's wanting something to change. Eight of Cups emotionally. The Knight of Pentacles with the Empress, and I know they think about it or they hold it dear within their passion, but somebody's nervous that it may not show up or ever transition. Might have even got sick of waiting for something not to balance out. I just feel like not show up energy towards something that means something a lot to the other person. Somebody's definitely wanting communication or to see things transition. Maybe even, I get like you might even want to help this person out, or this person doesn't realize you would help them out. Keep going. There may be somebody you feel around them is very unhealthy. Very unhealthy. Show me something for Cancer on that card. Jump. Yep. Look at them. You may feel like around them they have very toxic or unhealthy energy that lies to them. Ooh. And you don't like it. And you don't want the anxieties of it, or to see this person hurt, or to have to discover after so long what was being lied about. Ugh. Some of you might have come to the contentment this person doesn't know or is unaware and stuck, and the Page of Swords reversed. They're going to have to learn on their own and fight for their own happiness or independence. Why do I feel like you can't do anything? Three of Swords. Clarify the World card. Yes or no? Upright's yes, reversed is no. I don't know what it's going to give me. Just show me. This is for the Cancer sign. Yes or no? First one. First one to hit the table. So somebody out there could feel like the King of Swords with the Star card to the Chariot reversed. They could feel like you're never going to talk to them, or that's like that they're never going to reach out. Somebody feels that way. When it comes to communication, somebody feels like it's not going to show up. The Chariot with the Three of Pentacles, it won't invest in them. I get this weird, like it's not going to show up or invest in me energy. On the top, I've got you have the king, somebody feels like every time, it's almost, I got a story here where somebody feels like, I get like what's done is done kind of on your energy. I feel like somebody feels like what's done is done. Something about what's done is done, and they have to figure this out for themselves. Somebody may feel like the other party wouldn't trust the conversation, the handling of a situation. I feel like somebody feels like they wouldn't trust it. Or emotionally invest in it. Something about emotionally invest in it. Somebody could also feel like they would listen to other people. I mean, somebody could feel like it wouldn't work because they might listen to other people versus like you. That's what I've got for Cancer. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Who's up? Who's up? Let's see. Who are we going to do tonight? Who's next? I got to put the heat on. I got cold down here. Whew. All right. Let's do. Who should we? I'm going to look at the comments. We'll ask some people in the comments. Thank you, Jill, for the saying it was spot on. I appreciate that. Okay. Who are we going to do next? Who's going to be next? I think we already did Gemini. You have to rewind, Chelsea. Welcome in, Nina. All right, fire signs. We'll do fire signs. I saw somebody wrote Earth. Didn't I do Earth already? Didn't I already do Earth? No, I didn't do Earth. Earth will be last. Thought I did Earth. Who did I start with? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, fire's up. Fire signs. We're going to start with Aries. Aries. Let's see what we get for the zodiac sign of Aries. We'll get to these. We're going to use the little ones first. Aries. What if it comes out for the zodiac sign of Aries? Why do I feel like I did Earth signs? I don't know. Earth will be last. What's the message for Aries? What if it comes out? Aries, watch out for body aches. I have to tell, there's somebody out there probably watching me and their body's either been aching in weird places or it's going to start. Just got a weird ache in my shoulder. Watch out, Aries, for body aches. Like unexpected. Whether it's sleeping wrong, a stiff, some of you guys, it could be a stiff neck. Ugh. Watch out for pulling a muscle. Something about just be careful if you lift something and move too fast. Watch out for something like that. Here we go, Aries. Really? I'm gonna give it to you with this, and let's see what it is. Some of you, are you thinking about traveling? Is travel on your mind? Because that's kind of, some of you are very work invested and thinking emotionally about work and I don't want to say work and play, but work and travel. So staying very productive, very work oriented, but emotionally knowing you want to get out or travel more. First 4 cards is what it tells me. And you think about this all the time. That's what that tells me. You think about these investments all the time. Also, maybe changing the way you look. Why do I feel like some of you, it could have something to do with like the external look, maybe getting injections or doing something to maybe even tattoos. What the something about it. I see needles. Here we go. trying to make, I feel like some of you have been thinking about, do I do this? Is it worth it? Should I pay the money? Should I invest on that? Whatever. Here we go. What is it? Lip injections, butt injections, hip reduction. What are you doing, Aries? Like, what are your thoughts here? Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know. Here we go. The wheel, the page of cups, the wheel, the moon. Go to the bottom. Show me more for Aries. Clarify that one. Some of you have some decisions to do, Lucy. What do you got going on here? What do you got going on here? So some of you are going to be making decisions. As far as like, I'm not going to say like, if you're an Aries that's getting proposed to, I'm not reading for you. This is not your reading. But some of you are going to make emotional decisions or focus on like what to do, where to go, what to see, what to bring. I feel the need to say what to bring up your spirits, whatever that's about for Aries. Some of you are going to be very focused on that and kind of trying to put the past behind you or not look at it, putting it down completely. Balance, knowing you want to balance out celebrations or work on them, but then every time you think about working on them, I feel like you hesitation energy all over that. Like, so some of you are okay and not regretting the past, but others of you are wanting to focus on things that are going to make you feel happy with yourself, maybe your look, maybe move towards getting, I feel like you're going to want to move towards I feel like you're either going to want to move towards things that make you feel excited or worth your investment. But not only worth your investment, not wanting to let anything get in your way right now. A lot of you, it's like, I don't want anything to get in my way. And I think you are totally aware of this situation, totally and utterly aware of this situation. I think you are aware of it, not wanting anything to get in the way of what you want to do, focusing on the things that you want to manifest or you want to see like change or start to build momentum. Something about build momentum. Some of you've been on the fence about making the decision. I'm going to tell you, making a decision. Clarify the last part for Aries. Some of you could be out hesitating to make a decision towards love or giving enough time to it. Others of you, it could be some of you, it could be wanting to be very attached emotionally to the things that you want to see for yourself or the things you want to have. Career, you have a very strong career motivated reading. Hold on. Others of you aren't trying to face any emotional anxiety or mental anxiety right now, or you're wanting to work on that, Came flying out, got to do it. What's going on? I don't typically say this, but here you are, and I feel like it's you. Some of you guys are missing the playful energy of, I don't know, first, second, third base, all the way. Some of you Aries are missing that energy, wanting that to start to happen again. Wanting somebody to play with you down in the basement area, wanting to see that movement start to take action or initiative. I'm going to tell you, take action or initiative. Give me something else, Aries. Whatever comes out. Why is she here in reverse? some of you are accepting not the lack of love, but you're missing the passion of love, or moving towards it, or it's showing up for you. And you know this. You know that it's been kind of slow. If you haven't been dealing with anybody, you're ready to start dealing with people, or you're trying to get the strength to do so. Others of you, I got a message. Some of you, if somebody comes back from the past, you want to emotionally trust it, believe it, accept it, and you'll want to emotionally detach from it. I'm done. You'll be all like, you may like the communication or that they're coming towards you, but I feel like you don't want to be hung up on it or stuck on it. You're like, nope, I got to keep doing my thing, and I got to let this. You're all about letting it go. Letting it go. Not really being emotionally available, accepting changes, and working on things that working on things that make you excited right now. Something about things that are going to make you excited. Let's go to the next cards. So mentally, you know you want to go have some fun, but I don't feel like you're pushing it as hard as you could be pushing the like, maybe you go out with girls or boys or whatever you do, girlfriends, guy friends, whatever you do, go out with whoever you go out with. And I just don't feel like you have a motivation to, if you were going to spark the conversation, you'd want them to come towards you. And then you may decide, like, do I even really care about entertaining it? I get this. I don't feel like I feel like you're wanting to do more and be more thrilled or excited, but you're not. But what is that word? You're very, I don't want to say hesitant. I want to say passive, very passive with the situation, whatever. All right, let's keep going. I don't find you to be like super flirty right now, whatever that's about. Whatever comes out for Aries. Whatever comes out for Aries. I love when they do that. You're getting that one last. Yeah, I just don't see you playing with battles right now. I'm going to clarify those in a second. Clarify those two. Maybe not excited. This is so weird. Was it an air sign that you're not mentally aroused by? I just feel like you're not mentally aroused with situations you've dealt with, or going in circles, patterns. Something about patterns. Something about knowing to leave patterns behind. You may have thought about building with the situation, but then every time you think about it, you stop stressing it out. You try to stop stressing out. You don't trust it. I asked, do you trust it? And I got double no. There was no already here. So there's a situation, King of Wands, something of value around your situation with celebrations. You're not really wanting to trust it or rush towards that right now. This is where I saw that you don't trust it situation. You may come off emotionally unavailable and know you need to switch that up and make that decision, or you're working towards making that decision, or that's something you've already done. No, I'm going to say somebody's trying to make the decision, trying to release anxiety, trying to build towards that, maybe get the character, the strength. Something about you may need to let loose so you can have fun. Just go have fun. I feel like somebody's not having fun. I feel like somebody's somebody's holding back. Whether it's you or the person, I feel like it's you. I'm going to say what I feel. It's you. You're holding back. So you've not really tried to focus on the past, but emotionally you're not focused on what either? Love. What is this?
I just feel like somebody could be thinking about buying a car or just wanting to take that long drive. Could feel like you lost your patience with love. I get like emotionally, you're sick of the same old outcome. Every time you go towards it, it's not, it feels like it's more of a battle that you want to look away from, and emotionally, stubbornly just want changes. But it's like you want change, you want communication. Clarify this. But some of you guys, it's like you want change, but every time you think you could get change, you end up. Oh, it's almost like you're feeding a situation, and I don't know what this is about, but either somebody feels like every time they communicated towards you, you stress them out, or vice versa. Like it was just too much when it came to trying to have a victory or manifest a situation, move towards it. Somebody felt like, no shit, that shit's toxic. I'm not going to reconcile that shit. I know the truth of a situation, and they would run from it. This is like a running reading. Whether it's the Aries did it, whether they did, I don't care who did this. It's so back and forth. It's driving me nuts. It's too back and forth. It's aggravating me, to be honest. So it's like somebody wants the greater things in life of foundation and love. So they want love, they want the greater things of foundation, but they're not doing anything to get the judgment. They're not producing action. Instead, they dwindle on what they've already looked at or faced, and they hide behind moving on. I'm over it. I'm over this. That's what I've got for Aries. Somebody struggles to move on. They focus on stability. Emotionally, I feel like emotionally, they're silent about how, like, they don't try to tell people this. Whoever this is for, whether you dealt with somebody like this or this is you don't try to talk about it. This tells me Page of Swords to the Knight of Cups. Emotionally, you do not like to, you don't like, maybe you don't like your laundry out in the street, whatever. That maybe it's blocking the sun, the happiness, whatever that's about. And you're trying to move out of being unhappy, fighting for, it's almost like you're fighting for options, but you may feel like it's never going to produce a happy heart. That's what I've got. It's like you want to discover options, but you feel like it's never going to really produce what it should. I don't know. Take it for whoever that's for. That's what I got for you. Put your right foot in, put your left foot out, then you shake it all about. What the hell are you doing, Aries? Because you're getting nowhere. Like, that's what I feel like. I feel like I just played Ring Around the Rosie with your ass. I'm going to be real. I feel like duck goose. But, like, you never catch the goose, or you start to, and then it falls apart, and then you get so upset you don't want to relive it. Or redo it all over again. Whoever that's for, because it's starting to aggravate me. Here we go. Leo, do not aggravate me right now, please. Leo, please don't aggravate me. That was like, what the hell am I reading? Okay. Leo. Haha, Leo. What's up, Leo? My Leo ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Leo. It's a message for the zodiac sign of Leo. What do you got for Leos? I only had a couple messages that were like Aries, and there was 2 messages tonight that made me like, what? Like just kind of. But it's because it was too much different things that I felt the need to say. Here we go. What's going on with Leo? Whatever comes up. Leo energy that watches this. What's going on with them? Show me whatever you can. What's going on with Leos? Whatever comes them. We're done. We're done. Shuffling right there. That was so fast. And when it goes over my hand, I do not take. Fighting for, so what are you guys fighting for? Some of you could be fighting to save your money, better situations, better outcomes. That's how you start. What do you feel stuck toward? Oh, clarify that card. Clarify that card. I'm going to say it. I feel like you're fighting for better outcomes. Done. Judgments, not wanting to focus on toxic shit. There you are. Especially if it has anything that to do with the past. So if there was a relationship or any burdens of the past, I think you've I feel like you've assessed it. I feel like you've discovered, you know, something. I can't draw my passion towards it. You kind of learn from a situation. Some of you may have tried to ignore it or not, or pretend like you mentally weren't paying attention to it, or wondering why you're even dealing with it. Kind of like, why am I dealing with something when I should be focusing on things that are better for me? If it's meant to fall off, let it fall off. I don't feel like you want to deal with anything mentally challenging in a childish manner. You're just not having it. You're like, no, King of Swords energy. No, put that shit to bed. I'm aware of it, and I'll leave that shit behind me. Ooh, give me something else for Leo. Oh, let's see what you get. I'm so curious. I'm very curious. It's got to jump. I'm not pulling it. I cannot. Leo. So somebody either recognized that you weren't treating them right in the past, or you recognize that in the situation. I feel like your cross watcher feels that way. The Hangman reversed, the Star card reversed, the Three of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Rods. Somebody may have tried to look at you like a fool. Look at you like a fool when they're not looking at you like the star. And they know, somebody knows they screwed up. Somebody knows they screwed up around you. I get this weird energy. Like, I just get this weird energy. Like they wouldn't fight for it or emotionally be receptive to it. Let's see what comes out. When it comes to communication and balance, it's not there. The communication, you don't talk to them, or the communication is very one-sided. Very one-sided. The communication is crap. It's crappy communication. So if you have to communicate with them emotionally, it's like some of you may have felt like you had to bite your tongue or accept that they moved on. You can accept the situation of how you move on from somebody or somebody moves on from you, but you should never accept somebody making you feel uncomfortable or talking like, you know, just somebody not being there for you on the right emotional aspect. And it feels like that is what was done to you. And I think emotionally you were aware of it and you said, nope, peace out. You might have seen through someone's bullshit kind of energy. I feel like you've seen through a lot of bullshit. Instead of letting it stress you out, I think you started to focus on yourself, or that was the decision you had to make. Somebody, I do feel like I'm getting your energy and the cross watcher. I feel like you feel this way and the cross watcher feels the same way toward. What the hell is this? Emotionally. So 1 minute that somebody wants to make the decisions to believe the person will emotionally grow up or change, but they don't really see it happening or them working towards that. Maybe that's why you said, I'm going to move away from this. If you were to invest in it, strength card, you just showed up. You know it's not worth your, it's going to cause anxiety, or it'll repeat itself, or it would repeat itself. You may also know somebody doesn't know how to love themselves. And I feel like you know how to love yourself. And so whether you're a single Leo, I don't know why I got to say this. Whether you're a single, I actually kind of do. I do. I'm not going to lie. I know why I'm going to say this because I understand the message. So I'm going to say it. Whether you're a single woman or male Leo, I feel like you being that sun card, your other card being here, the strength card, when it comes to love, I feel like you know how to put the love all in the right places. I really feel like you've learned that. and somebody around your energy hasn't learned that lesson, hasn't figured out how to do that for themselves, and they try to take that shit out on you. I feel like I don't give a shit if it's a woman on woman relationship, man on man, if it's a man with a woman, if it's whatever your deal is, it doesn't matter. I feel like you've seen through a situation. Let's go to the next deck. I feel like you've seen through a person. You've seen through who they are, and they can't hide it. And they may be very good at hiding this. Not to you. They can't hide it. And I think this gets under their skin. I'm almost positive this gets under their skin. Some of you, it's a relationship that they just never entertained or known how to entertain a relationship. Others of you, they moved into a new, I don't know why I keep feeling like a third string. They moved into another relationship. That whatever, this feels like if you're a lady, I'm going to tell you, if somebody left you high and dry and you heard of them going to somebody else, they're probably not that happy in that relationship. And if they take it out on you or you had children with them, they probably know they're not that happy. If it's not that, it could have just been somebody that likes control or likes attention, whatever the hell that's about. Let's go, Leo. Don't start aggravating like Aries did. Kind of started to at the end. Here we go. I don't know. Let's keep rolling. Making any sense to Leos out there? I bet you it made a lot of sense to some Leos. I feel that energy like my stomach. I feel like I could throw up in the trash can if there was one down here. God damn. Here we go. Whatever comes out for Leo. Show me for Leo. Whatever comes out, Leo. Wanted to show up. I'm not going to let it just jump down the line. Some of you are trusting some of you it's about trust. What to trust, what to dump out. Clarify it, Leo. You showed up. What's before you? I feel like you figured out. It's like you have the secret recipe right now. Some of you Leos, I don't care what gender you are, the judgment and the stability. You've looked at things where you're like, if it clickety clacks, it's broken. I don't feel like you're going to be wounded right now. You don't come off very wounded or annoyed. You more or less come off like you've opened up your imagination of knowing what needs to be left behind you. What brings in happiness? Some of you are I feel like you know how to play with your own happiness, and you've watched a lot of people around you be bitter or resentful. Watch your ass because of it, because they want that great balance. Well, how come that person has a lovely life or gets the love that they want, and I don't get, and I get the dud. Don't work on yourself. Here we go. Anything that disturbs your peace of mind when it comes to love, you won't tolerate it right now. Leos are like, hell to the no. You guys are like, nope. I won't. I feel like you just wouldn't respond or even care to respond. I feel like you know that. Sometimes you see things for what, sometimes you have to look at the things that you're passionate about or the things that you've learned and why it needed to stop building momentum. Go to the bottom for Leo. Not stress on it. Maybe work on yourself. And I feel like that's the balance you've been doing, is putting the work towards yourself, or you already had it and somebody else doesn't. You have a jealous ass person around you. You have a jealous ass person around you that can't stand you. Some of you, it's multiple people. Multiple people are like that to your shit, whatever. Because they know that you're happy. They know that you're happy and content. And they lie about how they feel around you. So I'm going to say, I feel like what Leo's doing is Leo's speaking communication, trying to be patient, not trying to let things upset them, kind of taking care of themselves, not going to listen to BS or deal with the theatrics of stress. Like, nope, discovered I've only got to focus on the stresses that are worth fighting for. All the toxic shit can go to the waste. feel like you've given this plenty of thought and you've said, no, I will not tolerate that. Also, you've got the Knight of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You will not emotionally invest in somebody who doesn't know how to emotionally invest in themselves or lies. Queen of Wands reverse. You're stubbornly going to see through their bullshit and know that they're just not happy in life. That's what I see. And who is aware of it? I feel like you knew either you learned it or you come across it, kind of is what it is. You could be a woman or a man, by the way. I feel like you were stubborn on seeing it or understanding that, knowing that, and wanting to not focus on anything but your own manifestations, leaving the past behind you, not letting things of the past emotionally get to you or bother you, because it's a waste of time. You've made a decision where you know if you deal with it, it's a waste of time. It's more or less like you've got your priorities in order. Something about you have priorities in order. And you could be I feel the need to say very focused emotionally on seeing situations change in love and money. If it doesn't show up in love, it doesn't really upset you. You just want to continue to build your empire. I'm done. That's what I see for you. That's what I got for Leo. All right, here we go. Sagittarius. Saggy. Where you at, Sag? What do we got for the lovely Sagittariuses? Whatever comes out for Sagittarius. I think I'm going to need the space over here. Whatever comes out for the lovely Sagittarius. What's the message for the lovely Saggies? That's it. Let's go. I have to start the way I kept seeing the cards. Oh my God, both of them. It was just the opposite. I feel like you're accepting the differences of outcomes. Sagittarius, there may have been situations in life you couldn't get the balance on when it came to manifesting these things. It definitely feels like, yes, it was love. I feel like you hated it or didn't want to be bound to it. And you finally said, I'm not going to be bound to it. I'm just going to move on. Somebody knew that this wasn't my celebration, and I'm going to focus on judgments that want to work with me or communicate with me. Not the ones I feel like you felt belittled when it came to communication and had to move on and had no choice. Kind of recognized the shit was toxic as hell and said, I'm not going to let this like hold me back anymore. I'm not going to do that. I'll kind of be very short with my words, and I'll focus on my, basically, I almost feel like on the assets I can produce. Somehow I feel they need to say the assets or the changes that I can manifest. Whatever. Here we go. Oh my God. This took a while, I think, for you to really trust that was your best option. I feel like you had to trust that was the guided way to go. Something about guided way to go. You might have struggled with trust and doing. I get this weird, like you didn't want to believe it until you had no choice. I feel like you were the one that fought for it a little bit more than the other person until you recognized it was like tenfold. You didn't win the cards. You didn't win. I think you let it get to you as long as you could, and then you accepted that it wasn't working. I'm going to say emotionally developing. I feel like you wanted it to, but I feel like at the end of the day, you recognized it just wasn't happening. That emotionally, the investment wasn't equaling or balancing out. The world. You could have some new excitements coming towards you. Will they give it a chance? No. If the past shows up, if a past person shows up and you had children with them, I feel like a slight of you want to give it an opportunity again. Others of you, it's like, no, I got to focus on my career or my money. Queen of Pentacles. And last card was this. Emotionally, I feel like you're closing that chapter, or that'll be the decision you make. Kind of investing in yourself, emotionally trusting your outcome and accepting what had to happen and knowing that that's the best outcome. That's what I see for you so far. Give you a little bit more with these. Something else for Sagittarius. What do we got? Only shuffled it in my hands once. What do we got? Whatever you had to walk away from or left you behind, I feel like you understood the assignment, that it was just something to kind of like, you recognized the situation for what it was. I do think you cared about the person, but you didn't want to get stuck in something that had no passion for you or didn't show you any attentive behavior, didn't show you any emotional, like emotionally made you feel kind of like, damn, why am I doing this on my own? You might have, if you're a guy, you may have moved out or they may have kicked you out, whatever that's about. This is a struggle reading. Somebody struggled with letting go of a situation that they wanted to heal. And I do feel like it's a man that struggled with letting go of a woman, might have had kids with them. I think it did come to a collapse and they recognized it was the best thing for them over the time. I don't feel like it was an overnight thing. That could be reversed. Just bear in mind, I could be getting that reversed for ladies, but it feels like a dude went through that. Give me something else. I got the Knight of Rods and I've got emotions. Trying to put the emotional dilemma behind them. Something else. The Emperor. Ooh, jumped out. Wanting changes and judgments and outcomes. Somebody, I just feel like I do feel like it's a guy that might have been duped or left out, and now he's trusting that the ending was the best thing emotionally for him. Kind of getting a lot of self-empowerment, grounded, respect, and focused on career right now. Putting a lot of thought and effort to career, letting go of what happened in the past that really bothered them, stressing more about finances or being productive, and creating more like a business attitude mind out in the world. Also trying to learn more, make the decisions, what's going to work and what's not. Even if this guy tried to say they don't think about you, I would say emotionally once in a while they do, but they try to focus more on their career. There could be a lady that's doing that too. I'm going to see what this is. The stability, manifesting stability, not opening up emotionally towards love because they didn't get the right outcome. I just get this weird theme where somebody doesn't feel like they can travel the same road. Like with somebody. So I feel like that was somebody. So I feel like there was a relationship that when it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad. I hate to say that, but that's what I was feeling in that, like on that reading. When it was good, but when it was bad, it was bad. And we couldn't outweigh the bad. And there's a Sag that you finally accept, like got over it. Whether it's a woman or a man. All right, let's go to the next cards. Sag, give me something else. Whatever comes out. Can you give me something different? Sagittarius. Show me something. Somebody accepted something. Somebody, whether it was you or them, somebody accepted. It ain't worth the tit for tat attitude. Like, give me something for Sagittarius. Okay. Somebody started to realize, like, if they were wanting to see a foundation shift in, I get this energy, like there's a Sagittarius, whatever your gender is, like there's a Sagittarius at one time you wanted to see something really take off. It might have, and it was like, I feel like it was a very pull, like almost like a tug of war. Eventually, what had happened is somebody was not getting honest communication or being open and upfront with communication, whether it was the Sagittarius or whether it was the other person. It definitely could have been an earth sign, water sign, air sign. The sun and the ace of swords. Somebody was looking for the truth and clarity and the happiness. But I feel like what happened is they never got it. They never got it with this connection. For whatever reason, what they got, this is like a long-term situation. This isn't like you were with somebody for 3 weeks, 6 months. You were probably with this person for years. I feel like you were with this person spinning that wheel for years, trying to balance out something so it wouldn't come to an ending. Until what happened? You had to invest in what was identified with am I fighting for the right reasons? Am I rushing towards a situation for the right reasons? Is it playing with me for the right reasons? Go to the bottom. I would say you figured out that it wasn't gonna ever fix itself. And I feel like there was a lack of clarification and communication between you and the other. Either somebody wouldn't be honest about communication or they just wouldn't tell you how they felt, whatever. Like that's what I'm getting. And emotionally, I feel like that's what shifted the changes, stopped the toxic behavior, made you start to say, you know what, I'm going to build towards things that make me happy. And I'm not going to give it a second thought. Emotionally, I think this might have been really hard. I feel like emotionally, it was like a setback for a while that you carried for a while until you recognize I'm going to build in a direction that emotionally uplifts me, that makes me feel, I don't want to say justified, but balanced out. And I feel like this is you thinking about it for quite some time. Maybe not even wanting to see that outcome be what it is until accepting it for what it is. Moving on. You moved on from I moved on from the past. I moved on from the past, even though when I did this, it kind of stressed me out because I didn't want it to come to an end. I did like the investment or spending the time. But I had to leave it behind me or it left me behind. Somebody was left behind. This is somebody got left behind. Whether you left them behind, they left you behind, whatever your story may be, somebody was left behind. Somebody wanted it to grow and work, but it was left behind. And it might have been around a family, and it might have been the Sag that was left behind. That's what I got. Okay. Here we go. Who we on? I did Aries. I did Leo. I did Sagittarius. Are we already on Earth signs? Are we down to Earth? Let's see. Let's go. Let's start with, do I go backwards? I think I will. Capricorn. Capricorn. In just a second. Let me make it so I can see the comments. Jonathan, Taurus. No, laugh my ass off. Here we go. So fast. Are you guys, so either maybe, clarify it. Some of you guys, either somebody's going to want to come see you or you're thinking about traveling towards somebody right off the bat. Clarify that out. Some of you could be traveling for a career investment. Clarify what's going on. Career investment or moving in general. What some of you Capricorns could just want to move. I feel like you want to chase a hobby or move. What? Oh, right on top of them. What is it? Some of you guys could be looking at like, I don't know. Maybe it's should I move? I feel like it's at quite a distance. Some of you are trying to either move on from scenario that you might have felt like stepped on your independence. Others of you, it's wanting to fight and move towards more stability. Anything that comes towards you that feels like it's emotional drama, I don't feel like you'll entertain it right now. Capricorn. I don't know why I see it like that, but that's how I see it. Mostly, I feel like you won't entertain emotional. I feel like you'll disconnect from it. Anything else? Emotionally, you'll disconnect from it. Like I just said, like I feel like you don't have time or patience for it. Yeah, I feel like your imagination is focused on producing a happy outcome. A lot of you Capricorns. I don't feel like you want to be juggled or played with right now, and I think you know that. You won't entertain it. Hell no. So some of you are wanting to see love show up, but all at the same time, you're not wanting to deal with anything. Show me why it shows me it like that. You're not wanting to deal with any deception. Some of you, it's a matter of I don't want to be decepted or be put in a position that I've already felt. I don't want to, deal with something again. I do want new celebrations, but it's not my main worry right now. I feel like love isn't your main worry. I feel like what you're getting stronger towards is a passion or investing in something you really want to work on. If you haven't heard from somebody, you're probably not going to hear from them, for whoever that's for. If you were wondering if someone's coming towards you to listen, to open up, I would tell you the decision is probably not, or maybe it was the best decision in disguise. If you've thought about this person in the past, I feel like they're very work oriented or stressed out in their life. They're stressed out in their life or getting out of the stresses in their life. Give me something else. Why? Somebody could feel, whether it's you or them, if you started to entertain somebody again, it would start to work, basically fireworks in the beginning, but then it would go to from fireworks to love and balance, just to get kicked out, just to get kicked off the wheel again. So whether it's you or them, I feel like you could start to try to fight. If somebody tried to come towards you right now, this is somebody you've dealt with. This is not somebody you thought about dealing with. This is somebody you talked to, whether you hung out with them or you did more than that. They were in your energy, like in your energy. If you were to start to build with them, I feel like you wouldn't really. It would feel like, well, that came around, and what comes around goes around. Kind of like you would definitely revisit a situation with not that different of an outcome that you've already had. I don't feel like it would fight. I don't feel like you would fight for it. It doesn't feel like it'd be very serious. I don't feel like you would be taken very serious. Maybe taken very childish when it comes to investing in the past. And then it moving away from you, or you moving away from it and putting yourself back to work, career, or that's what they're doing. That's what I'm seeing. I feel like it would come in and it'd go out. Like you'd get truth and clarity, and then shit would change up so fast. Like as fast as you got to change a diaper with diarrhea, a baby's diaper that has diarrhea. It'd be in and out, very in and out, back and forth. The judgment, death, like back and forth. Like it was there for fun, or almost like it started to build. It was good, and then all of a sudden, where did it go? Emotionally, why did I get cut out? That's what I got. I'm not going to keep. I'll give you the last three. Screw it. Balance was off emotionally. It was very back and forth emotionally. Reversed, upright, balance, kind of seesaw energy. Like it's more of like, let's entertain it and not really push it all the way. but after you entertain it for a little while, it falls back apart. It just disintegrates. It definitely felt like something that you've probably already dealt with. So that's why it felt like you know the person. Like it would be the same old song and dance. Here we go. They could have been a fire sign, water sign, air sign. By the way, here we go. Capricorn. What do we got for Capricorn? Just 2. Whatever comes up for Cap. Capricorn. Here we go. Some of you have respected that it was better to not be basically treated like an option. I feel like you are the emperor with the judgment, and you kind of said goodbye to that energy. You've accepted the change of it. You're not going to fight for something of the past that's not willing to fight with you. I feel like you had to make this decision. Some of you, this is within the past year or two. It could have been within like the past 4 to 6 years. Some of you, it's a long ass time. I get this. I just felt like my nose grew like 8 inches, like Pinocchio, even though I'm not saying this to make up some shit. I feel like it's been a long time ago, years ago, you dealt with this shit. Others of you, I feel like it's in the past 2, like, it would be like, I'm not going to say 12 months, 2 years, 2 to 4, something between 2 and 4 on you. Let's keep going. Maybe 5. I don't know. I don't think you communicate with them. If this is making sense, you don't communicate with them. Emotionally, that stopped. You discovered that it wasn't worth the stress, or that you should emotionally invest in yourself and start. And you might have picked, there's a Capricorn that could have started picking up communication with a water sign. You could have dealt with a sign and then start like an air sign and started and moved on to a water sign is what I'm seeing. Who did you move away from? The Moon card. I've got the King of Swords. Look at this. The Moon card. This is a specific ass message. I'm reading somebody's like it's almost like I'm in the bushes. I don't need to be. I'm in the bushes with binoculars. You know, reading the mail on the counter type energy. And I feel like what happened here, the King of Swords to the Moon. I feel like you moved away from either an air sign, whatever sign, air sign, fire, earth, water, whatever sign you moved away from or moved away from you. I feel like whoever moved away from you, because I feel like they moved away from you, you started building with a water sign, or a water sign tried to come in. And what was crazy is I was saying that with the Moon, the King of Swords, feeling like you started to take authority and go towards a water sign. And then this showed up, building towards what sign is that? The Ace of Cups is water. Done. Maybe you started to have communication or move towards it. Holy shit. That maybe somebody wanted a victory, but I feel like somebody was moving too fast and the foundation never got off the ground. And it might have ended before it started. That might be a guy's reading. I feel a man's energy, magician, building and walking away. Started something and then it fell the hell off quick. I don't know, but I feel like it happened to a dude that was trying to manifest something or just trying to get in and get out. Player energy. Player energy. I'm done. There's a player. There's a Capricorn player male, you know, this is sex addict. Could be a sex addict. Just likes to do that, man. Might have to take medications for it. Might have to take medications for the dick. Just gonna say what I'm seeing. I'm way too young for that shit. I'm sorry. I'm done. Your reading's over. Oh my God. I just told you the truth. Better take that Viagra, bitch. I'm done. So you can have that celebration, that good event in the bed. Otherwise, that's gonna be all off balance. She gonna be mad at you. Mad at you. Like, you piece of shit. Why didn't you put in the work? You were supposed to put in that King of Wands energy. I'm done. Your reading is freaking like. I'm good. I'm good. Batter up. Might have disappointed. Somebody might have disappointed. I'm gonna lose all my Capricorn nails. No, I didn't. Whatever. Here we go. Gosh. Oh, I'm sorry, Capricorn. I don't usually jump into your libido like that, but damn. Jesus. Whoa. Next. Who's next? Let's go to the next sign because it's making me laugh. I feel guilty. Like, that's horrible. I'm sorry. Virgo. Virgo's next. That was completely different. That was off the rails. I don't think I've ever read a story like that for Capricorn. Oh. And it was giving me too much of clarification with what I'm thinking, like with the cards before. Like I'd say it and it would show me like. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm embarrassed with you. Fist pumping. Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Damn it. All right. Here we go. That was rough. All right. Here we go. Virgo. Let's hear for Virgo. Virgo. Oh, well, cleanse that shit right out of there. Virgo. That was so bad. I'm so, oh my God. Virgo. Very simple. There's my beautiful Virgo. You're moving away from attachments that hurt you, or you've had no choice but to do this, Virgo. I really like how I pulled your cards to start with you. So let me show you how we start. You're just being very having the triumph to release things that you know are not good for you. I almost feel like you had to deal with a narcissistic person. The devil in the Magician reverse is very narcissistic. And it was you might have felt beaten and battered by the situation for a while until you said, you know what? I'm not going to pay any mind to the nonsense of the situation. I feel like you had to tell yourself emotionally, I'm better than that. Emotionally, I have to withdraw from it. I can't let it hurt me anymore. I have to go towards the finer parts or finesse a different outcome. That wasn't the outcome for me. And emotionally, I need to manifest the things that are going to make me happy and release the past. You're all about moving on energy, strong moving on or change of events, course of direction. And I don't feel like you're doing this in a bad place, but in a place of just knowing something about to do. Let's go. You know to focus on your own priorities or put your priorities in perspective first. Let's go. Shuffle. What is it? Some of you wanted to leave a situation behind also. Some of you wanted not to build in a situation or focus on the past of the situation. Emotionally, I feel like it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Some of you have already done it. Closed the door. Others of you are still putting the work in. Why is the communication card here? Give me that. What's going on with this with them? you may feel like you try to communicate with somebody that it wasn't worth the effort. I'm going to say it wasn't worth the effort or the stress. And I think you were wise or aware of it. You didn't want to be stressed out about this for Virgo. Put that out. I feel like you, oh no. Sorry, guys. Do not want that to burn. I'm done. I'm done with your reading. Could have been a man. Could have, for some of you, it was a man, whether it was a marriage, whether it was a brother, a marriage or a brother. I think you ran away from this. I think you went that way, let them go that way. You didn't reconnect it. You also may feel like they do this to everybody. They lie to everybody. They lie to everybody, or they only care about themselves. Whether it's man or woman, it could be both. It's getting kind of tricky. You said no. I'm not gonna deal with this anymore. I'm gonna focus on balance. I'm gonna cut them out. I'm gonna go towards my happiness. Well, that's what I want to. I'm aiming to manifest. Some of you are wanting to see things change in love too. I feel like this is a message of hope in love, wanting to see different outcomes in love scenarios. I get something about wanting to discover, love to show up, maybe getting tired of the waiting game. I feel like you just emotionally want to balance love and career right now, and career and stress, career and look at love. I feel like that's what some of you aren't really worried so much about what you had to leave behind. You're more worried about what you can have going forward. Knight of Rods, and build with. Some of you, it's career or it's love. It's like, I want to focus on career and love. Knight of Rods to the Three of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you're very steadfast on giving yourself a lot of self-respect in a situation where something had to be left behind, or multiple things had to be left behind. If it could be multiple people around you. Some of you, it's multiple people. Others of you, it's one specific individual that it was just like whatever had to be left behind. It was because it was peace of mind aspect. Whatever. It's something like that. Whatever this is, I feel like they cause their own dilemmas, and you don't want to be stuck with that. You look at it like, you know what, the person defeats change, and they don't passionately move towards victories. They're not. You might have dealt with somebody that's very unhumbling. You couldn't humble them no matter how hard you tried. So they had to go. They had to go. You might have also had to block them or stop communicating with them completely, Virgo. That's what I've got. I feel like you're focused on love and independence, Virgo. Let's go to your other tarot. What do we got for Virgo? Virgo, give me something else for Virgo. Whatever comes out. Virgo. I'm going to drink coffee before we hit these. Why do I feel like some of you are trying to release stress, emotional stress, towards a love situation? Could be doing a lot on your own, not wanting to be stressed out or be tired all the time. Some of you, the message is you've had a lot of things, a lot of hiccups in 21, 22 that got in the way, maybe of that emotionally. You had to see them for face value or financially. You could have had things. It's like when things would get in the way that you didn't emotionally want to have to contend with, things could have also gotten away financially or health related, and you were just waiting to see things move on. A lot of it has to do with not wanting to be hurt in love, or feeling stuck there, or feeling delayed maybe with health and finances because of health related situations. Could have somebody around you that you take care of their health. I'm going to say a child. I was feeling a kid. Somebody, it could be a young kid. What's going on with this? I feel the need to say you're just ready for changes or new excitement. I feel like Virgo's ready for change. A lot of change energy on that Chariot and the Death card. Like that's what you're waiting for. the options to start coming in, the happiness to start pouring in. I feel like you've got the light on and you just wait for this. You wait for the celebrations. You say okay to what's got to go, but at the same time, if it's behind you, it's behind you. I'm done. If it's behind you, it's behind you. There's a situation here where there's somebody you won't talk to again for a while. You put down the burdens, you've moved on, and you want to build to victories or success. Some of you also are going to end up traveling or wanting to relocate. Some of you travel and that's how you find love, or you relocate to find love. Some of you are thinking maybe I should move, or feeling the necessary need that you might have to move to create the balance in finances. I feel like there was somebody you felt like when you tried to talk to them, I'm going to tell you, it feels like a waste of time. A waste of time. Somebody you knew you couldn't deal with or get a word in. It was a waste of time. I don't think it took a long time for you to realize that the communication was tiring or needed to, it kind of had to be sacrificed, or you had to be rid of it. And it may be why you want to move on. You might have seen judgments or outcomes not to your liking, and you've worked to leaving them behind you. Moving on. Some of you are moving on and trying to focus on career, also trying to be patient with career or money situations. A lot of you really want a new love thing to show up, is what it tells me. Like it's like you're ready for it, or you've been ready. I just get this energy. You're like, where is it? Why is it not showing up? Whatever that's about. The Star card, Justice, the Knight of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles. Like you're wanting it. It just feels like it's not showing up emotionally. You've looked at the things of the past or the deception. So you know what you don't want, but you're wondering, where is love? That's a different one. Some of you, that's a very single ladies read or males read. Some of you are wanting it, but you had a lot of money energy in there. So if money's been a problem, if it's been money is an issue, or wanting to relocate's been the issue because of money, or other situations have been slowing you from making those. When the time is ready, the time is ready. And if you find yourself to be getting ahead of a situation, I don't know who this is for, but if you find yourself to be getting ahead of a situation, once you get ahead of the situation, start moving towards that love situation, putting yourself in the events that will bring the transformations. Don't worry about it either. Worry about what you have to worry about for now. Some of you, it's about staying not only grounded, but accepting what you have to do to get to the love equation, and not worrying about that love equation, not worrying about it, not getting stressed over being alone. Some of you had to get over a situation that just things happen in life. The Death card, the Empress reversed, the Hierophant. That could be losing somebody. That could be accepting an ending and not stressing over an ending, or just feeling like emotionally love isn't showing up, honoring that. But the Hierophant can also be you learning. I feel the need to say it's not the end of the road. To who? To you. It's not the end of the road. Your happiness, if it hasn't shown up yet, it just means it's coming at a later date. The World. I just get this. I'm focused on stability. I want to see new investment show up. What is this with the past? You've released the past, and you trust that's the best outcome. And you're trying to be really strong about that. You could also be having a hard time moving on with something in the past. For some of you. Okay, here we go. All right. Virgo. Who's next? Taurus. Taurus. What do we got for the zodiac sign of Taurus? You definitely Taurus. I split it in half for you. I feel like this is what you're doing. I feel like honestly, what you're doing is you're not letting anything get in your way, or you're really trying to emotionally see that happen. I feel like a lot of you are wanting to see things take off for you, and not let things emotionally tear you down or throw you off balance at this time. A lot of you are going to get busy. I get this like going to get busy energy on you. You start with the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles. For you to have the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like you're creating the necessary change, or you're trying to adapt to go after that. And I feel like you're if I could say flying off the handle, or going at a super fast rate, that's what you're aiming to do. And you're not wanting to be stuck emotionally or with things that throw you off balance. Right now, you're trying to go be very assertive. Might even be trying to do your due diligence with a situation. Clarify the King of Swords. What's going on for Taurus? You could have had to leave an air sign out, by the way. An air sign, earth sign, or a water sign. Somebody got left out behind. Emotionally, I feel like emotionally, I feel like you guys were on two different playing fields. They were either focused on something that might have just had similar ideas, but not similar enough. I feel like you were more focused on career motives, planning, something about planning, being patient, but also feeling like patience is taking too long to get to where you want to go. I don't feel you being upset right now or lying to yourself about what had to be left behind. Some of you could have been an air sign. Definitely could have been an air sign that you had to stop thinking about, talking to. But some of you discovered you wanted the air sign, the water sign, but it wasn't the direction you were meant to get stuck on right now. I feel like I keep getting air and water all over this. It's like you wanted to build towards it, but it wasn't the way to go right now. That's why if it tried to move towards you, you might have had some fun. Somebody might have had some fun out there with this person, emotionally enjoyed it, but then realized like, shit, I had fun. This is all about like somebody might have had fun with a situation or a scenario, but then put the work back on them. Somebody might have got, I feel the need to say somebody might have got canceled. Definitely going to be a water sign, air sign, fire sign, maybe even another earth sign. Somebody got canceled. I don't feel like you stressed about this or were emotionally bothered by walking away. I don't think you saw this coming either. This tells me I don't think you saw this coming towards you, or you having to cut out a situation. You might not have seen the communication coming in. Some of you knew there was other things in life that were more important to contend to, so you didn't. It dropped off, or you felt like they weren't coming around enough. That's the message I'm seeing. They may not have been coming around enough, or there were other things emotionally you were attached to that you were putting work or investing in, versus a relationship. Could have been career or family you were investing in instead of this love situation. Somehow you wanted to get balance. With my happiness, learn from my happiness. Some of you might have accepted an offer, but it wasn't a long-standing offer. Not all of you. This is very specific. Let's go to the next cards. I did every card for you. Some of you might have accepted an offer or had the option to do it. So some of you may have said yes, and others of you just didn't really, it didn't frazzle you. I get two storylines. Somebody did go with it, and somebody else was like, yeah. So some Tauruses said yes to a situation, might have had fun. Others said, no, I'm not doing it right now. I'm not doing it right now. If you're not really talking to many people, you're the one that's not doing it right now, whatever that's about. Here we go. If you're keeping to yourself like a lot, keep keeping to yourself a lot, Taurus. Here we go. What else is here for Taurus? Taurus, coffee. Oh yeah. Getting tired of drinking caramel swirl. I might need to change it up. What else is here for Taurus? What else is here for Taurus? 2 more. Some of you was wanting to see changes around the home situation or career situation. Give me something else for Taurus, please. Show me whatever comes up for Taurus. Let's see. Whatever comes up for Taurus. That is so many. I'm gonna do it. Manifesting, trying to manifest balance and stability. Your imagination could be opening up, but you make sure you're some of you recognized you didn't have time for love, so you could focus on your imagination or open the door on it. I feel like somebody, whether it was you or them, somebody was hoping you would play with them, like restructure a situation with them. So if you were in a relationship, they dumped you, you dumped them, they could have tried to come back around and you needed to make a decision. The decision was to leave it behind you. Some of you might have played with it and then cut it out and then said, nope, I got to cut this out. Look at this. Nope, I got to cut this out. This isn't going to stick around, or I'm not going to stay invested in it. I feel like it was getting in the way of your goals, and that's why you walked away. That's the judgment, and you needed to build on the things that are going to make you happy. Go to the bottom. Clarify the Ace of Wands reversed. So many cards. I saw the High Priestess in the middle. Let's see what these are. You're going to come across new celebrations, different happiness, but money's going to be something you focus on before love. Definitely money. I feel like you're trying to get balance with money. And emotionally thinking of ways you're going to create it or make it happen. Definitely got money motivation. Also not wanting to be stressed out at this time with anything that you don't feel you can trust or need to focus on. You'll say no to that. The Death card reversed, the Empress, the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups. There are some stresses you do focus on that you're trying to move away from because you don't want it to make anything slow down your performance as far as your foundation or your career, your stability mostly. I feel like there are things you know that you have to not focus on right now. You have this knowing. I'm going to tell you that High Priestess energy. You just know. Show me something else. You don't want to be stuck. Once in a while, though, you may feel like you are stuck or emotionally exhausted or that things aren't changing the way you want. Show me something. Don't stop fighting. Strengthen 5 of... Don't stop fighting. Don't let things get in the way of what you want. Keep telling yourself what you want, Taurus. Show me something, Taurus. You've been stressed out is what this tells me. And you're trying to get away from feeling stressed out. Could be around the home, situations. I don't feel like it's going to stick around forever, but I do feel like you may have to not emotionally get burdened by it. I feel like you've been doing or fending for yourself, maybe even for family or the change of an outcome for a while. Some of you could be waiting to hear about communication or hoping the communication gets better between somebody at a distance, hoping that they're building progress, that they're not off balance. You can feel like somebody's not grounded around your energy. The Emperor. Something about you feel like somebody's not grounded. I want something else. One little more message for Taurus. Give me something else, please. Show me something else for Taurus real quick. I don't know. That seemed too specific. Show me whatever comes out. Give me something else for Taurus if you can. Whatever comes out for Taurus. Keep going. What other message can you tell me for Taurus? There's got to be something else in here. Show me something quickly. Taurus. Here we go. What are you fighting for? Changes? Some of you are fighting for change or hoping to see a different outcome. Why do I get... Some of you could be hoping to see a different outcome around you or hoping to get the communication of a different outcome around you. You could also be worried or feel like it's going to take a long time. These cards stood up like they're standing up side by side in front of me. We're going to give you those first. Let's go. So we're on a family thing, and I feel like you don't want to be, you don't want to, either you don't want to see somebody upset or you don't want to be upset. What are these? I just feel like you're wanting to see somebody move on. Maybe from emotional burdens over the past. Queen of Swords. There's the past. I feel like you want to see endings so somebody can find a new happy love. Or so I get this weird energy about victory with inside of themselves. Fight a little bit harder for themselves. And you feel like they're lying to putting in the work. I feel like you may stress over them changing. Emotionally be stressed about it. Feeling like they don't know what to do or they may not come through with something about self-love. Okay. Ace of Swords reversed. The Nine of Cups to the 3. Some of you just might feel like it's went on for too long. Ace of Swords reversed. The Nine of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and Balance in reverse. I feel like you know somebody's got to let go of something toxic and is struggling to make the discovery or build to doing so. Move on to a happy celebration. I feel like you're wanting to see this outcome. Something about wanting to see this outcome and not wanting to see somebody feel like the hanged man stuck in a situation. Wanting to see somebody move out of that feeling. Put down the burdens. Get strong enough to do it. Fight for the balance. Emotionally disconnect. And basically come back to the better things that are around them or can be for them. You could be, this could be family. This could be a family reading. The World reversed, the Ten of Swords, getting balance. Ten of Swords is reversed. Somebody mulling over thinking emotionally, feeling like they're just too disconnected from a broken heart or being patient to change the outcome. The Emperor in reverse. Build towards it or make the decision to manifest, to walk away from things that may have been. Leave things behind. Somebody needs to leave things behind that I feel like that they. Let's see. That affect their happiness and their stability. Don't play with things that are out of your control. I don't feel like this is Taurus. I feel like this is the energy around you. I have to be honest with what I'm getting here. I feel like you are aware of it. High Priestess, Page of Cups reversed. That they're not moving on. Whatever. That they need to rush towards letting go because they're struggling to let go. Something like somebody around you hasn't moved on or is not happy, and it does feel like it's a family thing. It feels like it's a family thing. Like that could be any which way. Whoever they are to you, whether it's mom, dad, brother, sister, I don't feel it goes outside of that. It feels in that. It feels in that deeply. All right, that is what I have for everybody. If things feel kind of in a rut, Taurus, the wheel reversed, like things are going to come to an ending or a closure, it's part of life. The World card, it's out of our control. And sometimes it's better to discover the things we can't obsess over or be upset about and really just give our love, our affection to situations, work on the things we want to see come through and just keep manifesting them and believe that that's the best outcome or way to go towards a situation. That's what I got for Taurus. Okay. Thank you guys. All right. Thank you guys for all being here. If you don't mind, could you remember to hit the like button
before you cut out of here. I think I did all the signs. I don't even know. Let me just check. Did I skip any signs? What do we got? Am I missing somebody? No, I got them all. We did them all. And it's been 3 hours and 5 minutes. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for the 3 hours and 5 minutes. I greatly appreciate that. I am going to leave it there and get out of here. I'm going to put these cards away. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you, Tam. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Monica. I think I saw Sarah in here. Thank you, Sarah. For anybody who made it in here or watches it after, enjoys it, I appreciate you coming in and smashing a like, subscribing if you want, do whatever you feel necessary for you. That's the one thing I can't stand about tarot boxes. They make it such a pain in the butt. Oh, I hope I'm not bending anything. I'm not. They make it such a pain in the butt. I don't know why I even put the book back in there. I'm not gonna. The book can stay out. They make it so tight to put cards back that it's like, come on, give it take that little bit of extra room on the box. If you put them back like the way they come, and it's like you don't want to bend the cards. Most of them are like that too. Yeah, anybody who has tarot cards would probably know that, but anybody who doesn't knows that now. Thank you, ladies, for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Capricorn, I'm sorry, especially if you're a Capricorn dude. I can only imagine the comments I'm gonna get. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine. Just be kind with your comments because, like, I don't like. I mean, if I really trigger you, I trigger you. You know, and you're entitled to say your opinion, your feelings if you want. But I had a pretty ugly comment a while back when I put Aries in their place. I deleted the person because I could tell the kind of energy the person was. And I'm the type of guy where it's like, I hate men like that. I hate men like that. Abusive men. And I could tell he was an abuser towards women. But I don't just read the tarot. I can pick up on people psychically, mediumship. And usually when I do that, it isn't wrong. Not that part of it. But I'm also the house of protection. I grew up and was raised by women. I had male figures in my life that were good to me as well. But I was surrounded by women. So, you know, I have a high respect for men and women. But I can read through somebody's energy with your comments and how you respond to me versus if you would respond to a male like that you're probably a woman beater, and I don't like shit like that. And let me clear the ice on that. I've had these predictions come true for other people like that before it showed itself, not knowing the situation, but knowing how to trust it, or done it for my own family in the past and knowing I need to leave so I don't get myself in trouble at a very young age. All right, with that said, I hope you all have a good night. I'm out of here. Thank you for being here, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye, everybody.